Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you.
Only a Carpathian would come back to life now and choose New York. Tasty pick. Bonehead.
We were every bit the force. We live, we breathe, we sweat, we paid the price to be the best. Never been about the boys in the office. The boys that have gone out there night in, night out, doing everything they could to be the very best at what they chose to do in their life. Those boys are here tonight.
Well, I must have been away too long because my feelings are dead. I feel no remorse.
I only am who I am because I was born that way. I have a gift, and I am trying to not be selfish about it, but to use it.
My job consists of basically masking my contempt for the assholes in charge. And at least once a day, retiring to the men's room so I can jerk off while I fantasize about a life that doesn't so closely resemble hell.
It's my house, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Grab a dog. I choke him, and I kick the shit out of him. And I all day long I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Go back to bed, America. Your government has figured out how it all transpired. Go back to bed, America. Your government is in control again. Here you go, America. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you.
Sometimes shit happens, someone has to deal with it, and who are you going to call?
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young boys from old school guys. Well, let me tell the joke.
And boom goes the dynamite.
The brother's gonna work it out. 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 The brother's gonna work it out.
It's the Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron. Where's Fez? Black girl here with us today. How you doing, Earl?
Feeling like $1 million.
Yeah, you look like $1 million. What is that outfit you're wearing today? Black?
It's my all-black ensemble, yes.
It's a nice look for you. All right, no Fezzy on this show today, and I guess O&A teased it, so I'll put it out there a little bit. And again, before we even get into this, I want everybody to know that everything is okay now and everything is all right. And also, before we get into it, just to tell you right off the bat, it's not some kind of radio bit to seek attention. If anything, we never want attention. That's the one thing the show tries to do, is stay so far under the radar that people that are even our friends go, hey, are you guys still in the business? And we go, yeah, kind of, in our own way. But so, again, it's not a bit, as Zal Dukes would say. And, again, everything is all right. But Fezzi had a heart attack last week that happened at some point. I believe going over the whole thing probably happened before the show on Saturday or on Thursday. So he did the entire Thursday show with us post heart attack. That's where we were. So for the last couple of weeks, he's been having some kind of chest problems, and we thought he had some kind of cold, or maybe he had pulled the muscle like in his chest plate or whatever, but apparently it was a heart attack, even though we didn't see it. We didn't know it was coming. Thursday after the show, he and I were taking a cab back towards my neighborhood, and I dropped him off at his doctor. Minutes later, by the time I got home, my phone is ringing, and it's Fez, and he's, fairly freaked out going, the doctor's saying I either am now having a heart attack or I already had one. So I rush back over there. He's right next to Lenox Hill Hospital, and they take us in immediately. This is a nice little tip for everybody, that if you ever go to the hospital and you say you're going through the emergency ward, just say you're having chest pains. You go right to the front of the line. You go right past all the head trauma people, people that have been shot for whatever reason. They take the chest pains people first. So if you ever cut your thumb and you're bleeding, say, I cut my thumb, I need stitches, and I'm also having chest pains, and they will rush you right in. So we get in there, and literally everybody was like really great. They know exactly what they're doing. 30 minutes later, he's on the table and having the balloon put into the artery blown up, and a stent was put in. And it was just like the fastest, craziest thing I've ever been a part of. Afterwards, we found out also that he's a diabetic. So, again, you don't want to probably have a dessert after every meal. I know I've been promoting that for quite some time. But maybe breakfast, lunch, or a no dessert zone. I don't know. So, again, he's going to be 100% okay. I talked to all the doctors. As a matter of fact, that night, since Fez's family wasn't around, I had to kind of be like his family while I was in there at one point. And it was, one of those odd things of, wait, why are you still in here? How are you related? And I was just like going, somehow or whatever. But Fez, he had these tubes in him, just to show you his personality. He had all these tubes in him, and, the oxygen in his nose and his heart is hooked up to all these monitors. He asks for a pad and paper, starts to make a list of people that he blamed his heart attack on. And I will just let you know, and his alphabet begins with H. That's all I'm saying, Earl, and I'm leaving it at that. So he will be all right. I do want to hear from some people today, though, that know about the recovery process like that, because Fez and I are totally ignorant of the whole thing. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. And the other thing, Earl, is I can't tell you how guilty I feel for not knowing that this guy had a heart attack. And the only thing I will say in my defense is he has the lowest tolerance of pain of anyone I've ever met in my life. There is no way, I would have bet cash money that he wasn't the type of guy that could shake off a heart attack. I don't know how he pulled it off. But I'm going over the last couple of weeks, even back at the Halloween show that we did at the Hard Rock, he and I were walking down the road, and he's like, wait, hold on, I got a shortness of breath. He's holding his chest. I go, you having a heart attack? And he's like, no, it's indigestion. How many times around here, Earl, for the last 2 weeks, have we been not paying attention to this?
No, we talked about it, and he said, it sounded very almost like flu symptoms. He's like, I'm very weak, and I'm like,
right.
And I said, why don't you take some Theraflu for your flu? I don't know. I didn't see it coming, and I feel awful about it.
But, on the diabetic thing as well, remember what happened with his toe wasn't healing.
Yes.
And then I was going to him like just a couple weeks ago. You're slurring after one beer. How the hell? I've known you my whole life. Why are you slurring and seeming like you're drunk off of a beer? So all the things were there. I'm not paying attention even slightly. World's worst best friend. Not even knowing what the hell was going on. And not even that. So apparently it was Wednesday night, during the night, that he has the heart attack. Remember he tells us, oh, I'm up all night with this chest pain and this, I can't breathe right. We're thinking it's,
Yeah, I mean, everyone thinks of the heart attack of just the guy clutching his chest and
right,
collapsing.
falling down, pulling the table down. Then we would all know, call 911, let's take him. But there's constant walking around holding his chest. But not only that, so he does the show post-heart attack. Then I make him cut bits, remember?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, what time you have to be at the doctor? Let's cut some bits. So we're cutting fresh bits. And then I'm going, what about if we start doing like Two Crazy Old Men? He's like, I don't know. Don't you think this is kind of funny? And he's like, I don't know, Ron. Well, so I've got to be the worst person alive, Earl.
No, we all saw it. I feel
You,
awful.
yes, you're worse than me because you're the producer, executive producer, and you should know. All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Our buddies, the Hideout, are going to be coming up in just a little bit. J-Dubs lost a bet to Fez a couple of weeks ago on his Bucks. By the way, Tampa Bay Buccaneers win yesterday, and what I call the Fez Whatley Memorial Tribute win. Big win over his hated Skins.
Gutsy call, too.
Gutsy call.
Very
and,
gutsy
I
call at
swear,
the end.
in my mind, I thought they were saying, let's do this for Fezzy. Let's win this one for Fezzy. Because Fezzy's always wanted to be Rudy, and now he kind of is for the Bucks. So J-Dubs will be coming in just a little bit and getting Bucko Bruce tattooed on his ass cheeks. And those guys are going to sit in with us a little bit, too, and help out with Fezzy gone.
Well, he won't be sitting, but pretty
much.
much.
Oh, yeah. He'll be laying. What do you have lined up for him? A table?
Yeah, we
the Liberator.
We got him on the Liberator. Yeah. It's the only thing that was
Harry, what was your question? What did you want to ask?
Oh, we wanted to find out where people want to know already where you can send flowers and things. Cards to Fez.
No flowers and cards. None of that. You can send him emails to ronandfez@AOL.com, ronandfez@AOL.com. But he doesn't want a bunch of flowers in his house. But you know what? He might like it if he got a lot of emails. That might not be a bad idea. But no, he doesn't want... it would be nice if he heard from our agent. But other than that, ronandfez@AOL.com. Some people are going to help us out here, and I appreciate it. Again, everything is 100% okay. I talked to all the doctors and stuff, and everything's going to be 100% recovery. Not a problem. This is what they do. Everything is good. I know when you hear that word heart attack, it scares the hell out of you. It scared the hell out of me. Here's the other thing, Earl, and this would have fucking broke your heart. And again, it was so over the top with Fez. So, of course, he doesn't really want to go up and have this thing done while we're in the emergency room, And he's just, is this necessary? And they're going, yes, you got to have it done at this moment. And, it's a little scary. And as they're pushing him down the hall, it's the thing where I have to say goodbye to him now, and then I meet him in the recovery room, right? And they're pushing him down the hall, and I'm still watching. And he just gives me that thumbs up, the stupid thumbs up, like he was a giant, like he was one of the New York Giants. And I'm just thinking to myself, is everything have to be a gimmick with you? Can we have real life for just a second? All right, let's take these calls. Hey, Chris, thanks for calling, buddy. You're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you? Chris,
good. How are you?
What can we do for you, buddy?
Hey, I'm starting to enjoy the show. Thought it stunk at first, but I'm coming along.
You know what? That'll mean a lot to Fez. You thought it stunk at first, and now you're enjoying it. Thank you. It's very classy of you.
Fez absolutely makes the show. Needless to say, I'm 40 now, but at age 39, I had a heart attack. And it's like you guys were saying earlier. It's not the Fred Stanford clutching the chest, rolling around, an excruciating pain or anything. It's more of it almost feels like indigestion or heartburn. And,
why is that though? Why could that even happen?
It's it kind of goes with physical activity. I had a heart attack on a Thursday, and went into my doctor's office, and I was actually lifting weights and all that. I was in relatively decent physical shape, and I went into my doctor's office, and he hooked me up to a resting EKG machine, and said I was fine. Sent me home. All weekend long, I did the typical activities. Washed the car. I'd have to lay down. Just couldn't function. Felt miserable.
So you're okay now, though?
Yeah, ended up having a quadruple bypass the next week, and I was 70% blocked in 3 of the main arteries and 100% blocked in the other one. So they did an emergency open heart bypass, and corrected everything that was genetic. I was genetically predisposed to having these issues.
All right.
And,
hold on. Let me go, because you're even though you've beat your little heart attack, you're still a dull man, and there's nothing we can do about that. Jefe and Dubs, come on in here, because I didn't know that you guys have to leave pretty fast. What's going on?
The tat guy, I think, is short on time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, Dubs, you have to basically get your ass in the chair pretty quick. Thanks for coming up here and doing this, too.
Oh, no problem.
You got to turn on the mics here, Harry. There you go.
No problem at all. It's going to be interesting.
And now, how many tats do you have already?
I have about, I think, 6 tattoos.
Yeah.
5 of them on bets.
5 on bets.
Yeah, only one was my own choice. So.
The one that your choice first, what's that?
That's the clown shooting heroin
All right,
on
so
my arm.
at that point, after you have a clown shooting heroin, it doesn't really matter what you do to the rest of your body. What are the ones that you've lost already?
The ones I've lost, I have Indianapolis directly across my back from last year's Thanksgiving game against the Lions. Underneath that, I have the Green Bay Packers logo. On the inside of my arm, I have the score of the Redskins-Lions game. And on the other side of my arm, I have Detroit Lions Super Bowl champs 2005.
Have you ever won a football bet?
No.
Never happened for you even once?
Not a tattoo bet.
And you keep making them?
Mm-hmm. I think
Sad.
this is maybe my last one.
All right, the Hideout Boys, you can hear them Real Radio in Orlando. What exactly is that, 104.1?
Yeah, 104.1.
Yeah. Jefe with you, your partner. How you doing, El Jefe?
Good to see you.
By the way, El Jefe, that's his radio name, real name, Wendell Collins. Wendell Collins. I got, you guys are in New York for a couple days. Your producer contacted me and says you're petrified up here.
What?
Yeah. So we're going to take you through Harlem and East New York today.
Great.
Yeah. Just with the big sign that just has the N-word on it. See if you can make your way through.
Actually, last night when we were in our hotel, I went down to smoke, and he said it was too dark to go out there and put the quote signs up. So.
Don't be racist up here. Come on, don't bring that Orlando stuff up here.
I don't leave after 11. We sat in the hotel room until...
You also were afraid in Disney World. What happened there? Just scary, a lot of children around?
With all the mice, yeah, it is scary.
Now, where are we doing this tattoo at?
We're going to be doing it in our back office using the Liberator. And we have a mic that we can take back there.
That's really embarrassing.
So I have to lay across the sexual
position
machine?
Ass up, like we have all the boys in. Ass up.
Well, we want to
This is in honor of Fezzy. Mikey boy, you're here to take pictures for ronfez.net.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. And why do you want to take pictures of a guy's ass?
People want to see that.
Yeah.
This is the most unpleasant ass anybody's going to have to.
It really isn't a good one, is it?
No, it's like feta cheese with little bits of tomatoes thrown in it.
You know, that's the exact same thing that gave Fez a heart attack?
Mm-hmm.
And by that, I mean man-ass. And that's all I'm saying about that. I wonder if I can find a new gay guy. Earl, after the show, go down to East Village with me. Bring a rock, we'll throw it.
Really sure.
Whoever we hit, that's the new co-host. It'll just be Leatherbound Gary and Ron's show. Here's Jason. Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
Good.
With Fez, once he started having those chest pains, being that he's a fatty pneumonia, he should have been already going to the emergency department. You can't wait for. I work in the emergency department down in Pittsburgh, and you have to go in. There's only a 40% chance that even if you go in and you get all your tests and everything like that, and when you get up to get your stent placed in, you could die anyway. So he's a lucky man. Very lucky.
But here's the thing. We don't want to go to the doctor. We don't want to go to the emergency room. and we don't want a stent in our chest. I can understand trying to put it off.
Right, but I mean, yeah, definitely, but you can die.
So once you have the heart attack, you have a good chance of dying if you don't have it taken care of quickly.
You have a very good chance dying. I've been on many calls where a lot of people just die right in front of me, and they've been having chest pains for just a couple hours, let alone 2 weeks.
Boy, that must be one lousy hospital you're running down over there in Pittsburgh. It must be just terrible. You know, that was the other thing, Earl. I was worried, you know, New York hospital. I thought it was going to look like George C. Scott was running the place. It would just be hideous in Bellevue. But Lenox Hill Hospital, they couldn't have been nicer, beautiful place. Everything ran real quick. The care Fezzi got over the last 4 days. And here's the weird thing about Fezzi. He's one of those people that likes the hospital. You could tell, like, he really likes the constant attention. He likes being hooked up to monitors.
He likes being waited on.
Yeah, it basically, you know, and then since his family lives so far away, I had to be there with him the whole time. And I'm just like, you know, reading a Sports Illustrated next to him, you know, just in hell and going like this. Oh, yeah, good. He ate all his pudding. You know what I mean? Like, they start to talk to me like I'm his wife. I'm going, oh, yeah, sure. No more sugar for him. Like I care, you know? And, like, they would talk to me like I was Mrs. Watley.
You're playing his mother. Almost.
Yeah. And then once his parents got here, that's it. See you later. See you back on the show, buddy. What a nightmare. Hey, here's Kyle. Kyle, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you? Kyle, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
My mom had kind of a stent surgery. She didn't have a heart attack, but they found that she had some blockage, a couple, 3 months ago, and they went in and they went through her wrist and an artery.
Yeah.
And did all the balloons and the stents right there. Man, she was out of the hospital next day. Excellent recovery. She was back at work by Wednesday of the next week, and we did it on a Friday. She's in great shape now, man. She's been overweight.
You know, they kept Fez, and I guess it has to do a lot more with the diabetes as well as the heart thing.
Yeah, they're saying now that they treat angioplasties as almost like an outpatient thing. It's just like you.
What are you saying? Fez is a pussy? Is that where you're going with this, Earl?
No, I'm not.
Because if it is, I don't appreciate it.
No, I'm not.
If that's where it's at.
No, I'm just saying that the advances they've made now.
Here's what I want you to understand. The advances here, I didn't say anything racial. El Jefe did.
Oh, okay. It was dark. What?
Are you really afraid in New York?
It's, you know, it's different from Maitland, Florida. There's some variations there.
Yeah. Maitland. I hadn't heard that term in a long, long time. Is that where you're living?
Yeah.
Why? Out of all Florida, why would you pick Maitland for yourself?
Because it's very close to the station. And after being in D.C. and commuting an hour and a half one way sometimes, I'm like, I'm going to live next door.
Yeah.
There's like nothing around. We can walk to the station and back. There's no bars. There's nothing.
I know. Believe me, I lived in Fairfax. I understand when you think I'm just doing my time.
What part of New York are you afraid? Are you just afraid of New York?
He's afraid of Manhattan. He's afraid he's going to get mugged by a billionaire. That's what his big problem is.
I mean, like, where you're situated, your hotel is, maybe there's probably more out-of-towners than actual New Yorkers.
Well, it's very bright. And that's one thing that throws you off. You walk outside and it seems like it's the middle of the day. There's a lot of lights.
Yeah.
And that's scary, too. Because then you never know what's going on.
What do you mean you never know? You never know what?
Well, my body's all off.
You're on the East Coast.
I'm walking outside.
Harry, I'm not going to have you sit in with me. You're just doing that. Go ahead. What was it?
Well, you walk outside and it's very light out. And my internal clock, and then I go outside and it's dark and it's light, and I don't know what's going on.
You act like you're an astronaut. You're just a guy on his vacation. Stop worrying.
I've discovered this whole new world.
It's a light. You never had a light down there in Texas growing up?
No.
On the Rio Grande?
I'm from Grand Prairie in Lubbock. No. And it's not as dark there usually.
You've just moved from one bumfuck town to the next your whole entire life. Finally, you find yourself Bright Lights, big city. So here you are, a couple of young bachelors in New York, and you're not going out at night?
Here's what we did. We got pizza. And then we hit up an Applebee's. And we're enjoying Manhattan and what it has to offer.
I feel like slugging you both. I am so glad Dubs is back there getting his ass tattooed.
We're thinking about Olive Garden tonight.
Hey, Sean, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, I just wanted to call you and let you know that when Fezzy gets back, you got to keep an eye on him.
Why is that?
Because heart disease is the #1 killer in women.
You know what? I mean, there will come a time where we all attack Fez, and I can't wait. But I just want to wait until he's out of the hospital bed. No, because when I was talking to the doctor says there's some blockage, and I go like this, in his ass, because that is expected. That's a lifestyle choice. And he goes, no, I don't even know what you mean.
My question is, Ronnie, after the heart attack, what did he eat like all day Thursday? Did he go ahead and have steak and the usual dessert?
You know what? I noticed one night they served him pot roast, and I'm not even making that up. I'm like, I don't know what he's supposed to eat at all.
I remember when I was in the hospital for my ulcers.
Yeah.
The things they were offering me on the menu was things that were not ulcer related.
I know, like
completely contrary to what I should be having.
You know, matter of fact, like they said he's a diabetic, and they were testing him and hitting him with some insulin, and then he's got an apple as his dessert, and I go, that fruit, I thought that kicks in. By the way, this is what kills me when they were teaching me about diabetes. The worst possible thing that you could have, orange juice. Every morning the intern gets Fez this giant thing of orange juice. So basically, Paulie's trying to kill him. Here is Tim. Tim, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing? It's Tim from Long Island. How are you?
How are you, pal?
Not too bad. I'm actually a cardiovascular specialist. I'm a pharmaceutical rep, and I sell a drug that pretty much every heart attack patient, anybody who has a heart attack or stroke, gets put on this drug right off the bat.
What is it?
Well, I can't say exactly what it is, but trust me, he's on it.
What is it, some secret drug? I'm not allowed to know about it? There's something going on? Bennington's on the outs with?
Yeah, I'm sure my bosses, I know a couple of my bosses listen to the show. So.
Well, why are you ashamed of it? What's the problem?
It's the best drug there is. But I just called to tell you a little bit about the condition that he has.
Yeah.
The chest pain that he's having is something called unstable angina. And what that means is he's not getting enough blood supply to his heart, and that's what's causing him to have that pain. Now, unstable angina doesn't necessarily mean a heart attack.
Right.
It's a precursor to a heart attack.
So when he started having the pains at first, those were like warning signs.
Exactly. What that is it's because his arteries are becoming blocked and occluded, and it's not allowing the blood to go to his heart, and what that's doing is that's what's causing the pain. So that's why everybody says when you start having chest pain, go to the hospital or go to your doctor, and what they did was they sent him upstairs to the cath lab, and when they checked his arteries, they said, whoa, this is really occluded, because they put a stent in right away. You know, not everybody gets a stent when they have chest pain. You know, so he must have been over 70 to 80% occluded to receive a stent, which is
he was 100% blockage, they said. 100%,
there you go, yeah.
Which was just one piece of bacon. And here's the weird thing, because we were talking about that he's going to be on this new diet and all, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to do it. I don't know whether I'll do it. You and I will be on it together. This morning I'm up, I'm having French toast and bacon. I couldn't do it.
I was just so self-conscious of what I was eating.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, like yesterday I was like, I'm going to grab that double cheese. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Now I'm just so cognizant of what I'm eating now.
It had you, Earl, you were the one that started crying.
No,
when I talked to you.
I could not, I just couldn't, catch my breath.
Right.
I was just sort of like, because I went through a whole episode last year.
Right.
With Scott.
Earl actually yelled this, and I wish O&A were here because they're the only ones who would get this. But when I talked to Earl yelled on the phone at me, "It's Muni all over again." And I go, "No, it's not, Earl. It isn't. You're not going through this again. Don't worry."
No, I'm just saying it was a bad episode.
I know.
A bad episode with a friend.
It's really interesting. Everybody that I talk to, when I say heart attack, and Danny came in because, come on in, I know your dad's going through it, but everybody's going through, my dad, my brother, my best friend, everybody, it's like so prevalent in everybody's life. Danny, you said your dad's going through almost the same exact thing as Fez?
Yeah, absolutely. About a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
I guess he was a diabetic for a while.
He knew he was a diabetic?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, that he did. And then it was the same kind of thing where, Fezzy didn't even know that it was happening, where my father, he was walking around for a couple of days. He thought he had just really bad heartburn.
Right.
And he finally, the pain got to the point where, he felt that he had to go to a doctor. So he's actually at his doctor, and they hook him up to all the machines, and the guy says, "You're having a heart attack right now."
Wow.
and they rushed him to the hospital. He ended up having triple bypass.
Wow.
Yeah, he was in the hospital for a while. He's a young guy too. He was only like 46, something like that. So
insane, man. It's just I don't know what's with the food that we've been eating all these years, but it sounds like we're all gonna have to do this sooner or later. Hey, Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I just want to know when they was rolling Fez away and he gave you the thumbs up.
Yeah. Say it again, pal.
I just want to know when they was rolling Fez away and he gave you
You just keep getting to the same point. I'm sorry. Here is Kathleen. Kathleen, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Kathleen, go ahead, darling.
Hi, it's me. I'm an ICU nurse, and
Yeah.
I deal with cardiac patients after having stents placed. He's going to have a little bit of change in his life, or he's going to have another heart attack.
All right, what kind of changes? That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Kathleen.
He's looking. What I'm thinking is he's going to have to change his diet. You're talking he's a diabetic. Does he know anything about diabetes at all?
No.
Because having is a precursor of definitely having a problem with your heart. It's going to add to it. Was he ever a smoker?
No, he wasn't. Never.
But okay. That's one really good thing.
But genetics, he has a problem with. The whole family. There's a lot of heart attack in the family.
To live a nice, long, healthy life, he's going to have to change his diet. His diet's going to be low fat. You're right. Orange juice is definitely not on the menu. The fruit juices he does drink, he's going to have to make sure that sugar level is low. And there's a lot of low sugar level juices out there. Also, he's going to probably try and stay away from any kind of pasta, any kind of potatoes. I know that this is hard because I know how much everybody likes them.
Right.
But meat, basically chicken and fish.
Will it mainly be ice cream that he's on? Just
definitely going to be out there. No.
Because I remember when I had my tonsils out, they said eat ice cream.
Well, it's different. I mean, you're having everything in moderation. We're not saying every single day have it. We're saying that you should only have it once in a while when it's like a special occasion. For normal people, too, that don't have heart problems.
What do you mean he's not normal? That hurts. I got to tell you the truth, that hurts. Fezzi is normal in his own way. He just had a heart attack.
No. That way, and then that he has diabetes. On top of that, now he's got heart problems. He's got 2 strikes.
Yeah, I know
All
he
right.
does. That is kind of scary.
So it is. And if he wants to live a nice, long, healthy life, he's going to have to go for a walk every day. I'm not saying kill yourself, but go for a walk. Walk is wonderful. Excellent exercise for a diabetic. Again, now eating-wise, egg whites for breakfast. Try and stay away from your sausages and your bacon. Have maybe some oatmeal, which is really good. And lunch, have a sandwich. You know, and then dinner, some vegetables and have some either chicken or fish. I know this sounds like a death sentence for most people, but if you want to live, that's what you got to do.
All right, thank you very much. By the way, people were asking what to do. Some flowers just showed up from Laura Brooks. I don't know how she did it immediately. I don't know how she pulled it off.
All right, Ronnie, after hearing that, do you want to live when you have to go for the walks, no more ice creams, no more double stuffed Oreos, no more 7 and 7s probably?
Let me tell you, I was with him in the emergency room, and I was with him post. He does want to live. So that is the weird thing. This is the problem of when you feel healthy. Then you're like, man, I'd rather... And then as soon as you get sick, you're like, what do I have to do? Tell me everything I need to do not to get back into this point again. J-Dubs, El Jefe here from Florida, Real Radio. How you guys liking Real Radio?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's been fabulous so far.
You getting along well with the Monsters?
Oh, they're outstanding. Those boys have really embraced us. They let us go out and do stuff.
Good guys, right?
Miss Monster 2005. We're always at each other's gigs, so it works out really, really well.
What kind of gigs are you doing now? What have you done for yourself that you said, look, Florida, it's me, El Jefe?
We've just a lot more of getting out there. We've done live broadcasts from downtown. We've done live broadcasts from, various places. It was something different.
How's Chunks working out? My buddy Chunks.
Chunks is he just graduated from the radio bottom to executive producer.
Wow.
Yeah, and he still gets the same shitty pay.
What happened to Tommy?
Tommy is the director now.
Okay. So you have a director and executive producer.
Well, somebody else needed a title. Once he realized that Chunks was getting a little praise, he's like, hey, can we call me the director so I could save a little face? Sure, whatever you want.
Who's the real go-to guy, though?
Chunks. God
Really?
damn, you just got me killed.
Over
You
Tommy?
son of a bitch, you just caught me off guard, yeah.
Wow, that surprises me. Earl, who's the go-to guy here?
That would be me, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it is you. You're the go-to guy. No one thought you could do it. Look at you, Earl. You're the go-to guy. Earl, I thought we'd do this. You know, you and I are always having discussions about bumper music, and Fez always keeps bringing up the same song, and we never play it for him. You think we could maybe get it together for Fez this morning? You know what I'm talking about. Which I don't think normally the audience would want to hear, but in this case for Fez.
What? Which?
Bette Midler.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah, we have that ready.
All right. Well, this is for Fezzy. Get well soon, buddy.
And I am all alone. There is no one here beside me. And my problems have all gone. There is no one to deride me. But you got to have friends. The feelings are so strong. You got to have friends to make that day last long. I had some friends, but they're gone. Someone came and took them away, and from the dusk till the dawn, here is where I'll stay. Standing at the end of the road, boys, waiting for my new friends to come. I don't care if I'm hungry or cold. I'm gonna get me some of them, 'cause you got to have friends. La, 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 la. Friends, that's right, you. Oh, you, yeah, you. I think you got to have some friends. Talking about friends. That's right, friends. Friends. I had some friends, but they're all gone. Someone came and snatched them away, and from the dusk until the very dawn. You know, here's where I gotta stay. Here's where I gotta stay. And I'm standing at the end of a real long road, and I'm waiting for my new friends to come. I'm gonna get if I'm hungry or freezing cold. I'm gonna get me some of them, 'cause you got to have friends. That's right,
Ronnie, Fezzy, The Ron and Fez Show, XM202.
Rude and rude. Of course I am. I'd love a sandwich. It's cock time.
All right, it's the Ron and Fez show. Little Fezzy's going to be out for a while, folks. We talked about it earlier. Our Fez Watley, who some of you people dubbed Fatty Pneumonia, which always offended me, bringing back his old nickname from when he was a child. He did have a heart attack, we were told. 100% chance of recovery. He had the angioplasty done. He's had the stent put in. And basically now I think he's ready to eat ham. I think at this point he's ready for plenty of ham. The downside, of course, also is diabetic, and now he's got to watch out for that, which I guess means no drinking, which is tough for a functioning alcoholic. That's not going to be easy for him. That's not going to work out.
Got to get rid of all that beer then?
Yeah, I guess what we'll do is just start throwing that out the window on 57th Street, letting it land on people. The Hideout Boys from Orlando, J-Dubs and El Jefe, are in the hizzy. J-Dubs in our office right now getting a tattoo on his ass. Now, what do you, who's doing the tattoo, Harry? I'm begging you.
That will be Eric from Eric Newman from Monarch Tattoos.
Who is it, Earl?
Eric Newman from Monarch Tattoos. If you want to find out more information about Monarch Tattoos, you can call 973-697-0030.
Earl, it's going to be up for you to do the plugs. I want you to do the plugs today. You're in the Fez seat.
But I can never fill that seat, but I'll try.
I want to call you Fatty Sickle Cell. I want to do that. I want to call you Fatty Sickle Cell just to make you feel okay and like you're part of it.
I do not have sickle cell anemia.
Perfect. Keep denying it. People love that. It lets them taunt more and more and more.
Okay, I have it.
Are you worried about your partner with these tattoos on his ass at all, Jefe?
He's a moron. I keep telling him, though, you keep losing all these bets.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to convince him you can't go out a loser.
Yeah.
So why not keep betting on the lines? In fact, he bet one of the listeners down in Florida the Bears-Lions game about 2 weeks ago, and that's why he has his head shaved.
Right.
And looks even scarier. So I want him to keep going with this until he can finally get a win under his belt.
Fez had a head-shaving bet with Elfish, too, so that'll work out. Elfish will shave his head, I guess, on the show. That was his big win, Redskins win, when the Redskins lost. Which, how do you lose to the Bucks? They are so bad, and the Redskins go in there and just choke. Just choke. All right, Dave, Danny's dad is on right now. He's had the bypass, and he's also diabetic, so maybe he can help us out. How you doing, Dave?
Hi.
Welcome to Ron and Fez. I guess you've been through something like Fezzy has with the diabetes now.
Right.
Are you able to control it, or?
Yeah, with diet, my pills, and just eating right.
Let me ask you this. If Fez gets on my nerves and
Yeah.
he's bothering me,
Right.
so I just throw a sugar cube in his mouth, is that something to drop him or bring him down?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, we could tolerate sugar. I mean, occasionally I will cheat and have a piece of cake or a cookie or a chocolate.
You know what? That's interesting because occasionally I'll cheat and I'll go off with 2 hookers. And I just feel like you need that every once in a while to kind of clear the jets out.
Well,
So you will occasionally cheat as long as most of the time you take care of yourself.
that's true.
Yeah.
Although I don't drink alcohol, I'm in a 12-step program.
Welcome.
And I actually found out I was diabetic, about 8-9 years ago, and it was 3 months after I had quit drinking.
Right.
So it was kind of like a blessing in disguise, where I was forced not to be able to drink.
Right. You don't want to be one of those old drunks that's losing feet. You ever know those guys, like, they'll cut a foot off and the guy's still drinking. They just don't care anymore.
Well, sure. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, look, I still have my vices. I still smoke, which is absolutely insane.
Terrible.
Triple bypass, the guy's still smoking.
I'm going to
Pack
tell
it
you
down.
right now, because I had to talk to every one of these doctors. They told me smoking's like the worst thing.
Yeah. Well, today is November 14th, and it is the Great American Smokeout.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it's today.
So how many cigarettes did you have, Pops?
So far today, probably about 7.
Yeah.
But
Way to
that's
go.
because I was downloading a lot of porn.
Yeah, sure.
And I like to smoke when I'm on the computer.
I don't blame you. It gets very, very boring.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, even with hookers, and and I know it's a bad thing, and I want to go out of my way, but you burn them, and they know who's boss. That's my only thing. So if you have a cigarette or a cigar handy, it's happy. All right, thanks, Dave.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Good luck.
see you later.
Bye, Daddy.
Here's our buddy. That's very nice of him to call in. It's nice to hear your dad saying smoking and porn.
He's a character, I believe.
Yeah. You ever go to any meetings with him?
Actually, I have.
Yeah.
Dude, those AA meetings are some of the scariest
I know.
people.
It's actually it's more entertaining than any movie that you could go to. Just showing up at some meetings. But by the way, the reason why I brought it up, I saw you Halloween. I don't think it would be a bad idea for you to take in a couple meetings.
You're probably right about that.
Again, genetics.
Should have saw him on Friday.
Oh, what was he, a mess? By the way, yeah, Danny, you've been sitting around drinking with Fez and hoping to kill him every Friday. Back there in that office.
Well, I didn't mean it.
Yeah, I know.
Or did I?
You're just partially responsible. That's where you are right now. Here's Elfish. Elfish.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, way to go in that Redskins loss last night.
Oh, fuck you.
Now, you
What
had
did
a
you
bet
want?
with Fezzy, hair versus hair,
No.
and that's going to make him so happy for you to shave your head.
When did he have the heart attack?
I guess it was Wednesday night, and then he came in and did the show Thursday.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like we, are in here with a shovel and an axe pick. There could be nothing easier in the world than doing radio.
I had a heart attack, and I'm diabetic.
Yeah. And an alcoholic. So it's a theme show, and you put everything together.
And a chain smoker.
Right. And a kid toucher. So everything comes together with Elfish.
You don't do the kid touching.
You know that you're heading towards the cliff, and you don't care, though, right?
No, I'm driving as fast as I can.
You want to die.
No, not really.
But you know they told you, even after your heart, you've got to change the way you eat and drink and all, and you still drink, what, how much vodka a day?
Probably a liter, maybe a little more.
All right, a liter. So I'm not in England. What is that, a quart? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a little more than a quart.
When I join the Beatles, I'll know what a fucking liter is. But right now, let me go by American stuff. So
it's a little more than a fifth.
So you gotta know that you're killing yourself.
Well, keep your foot on the gas.
All right. I'm sure.
You guys take off what? And look what you did to my boy. Now he's in the hospital. He's at home. Where's he at?
It's none of your business, Elfish. You're the last. He wants rest and relaxation. The last thing I want is a transvestite showing up drunk at his house screaming about the Redskins. I don't need it.
If he'd have saw that game yesterday, he'd have had another heart attack.
He was watching the game. Yeah, he was watching it, and he said he was very, very nervous going back and forth. And I'm like, he goes, if I can make it through that, it's going to help me very much.
How big a check did he fucking send to the refs?
Do not be one of those goddamn crybaby Redskin fans constantly feeling like your team is screwed over because you brought back an old man who doesn't know how to coach anymore.
Oh, don't even start with that shit, boss. Don't mess with Coach Joe.
Well, you saw he blew it yesterday when he didn't go for 4th and 1, right?
Well, I saw that the refs let them have a 2-point conversion when the fucker was down.
No, he wasn't down. His feet were still moving, and they went back and reviewed it, so it wasn't just the refs.
Yeah, right.
And it was
okay.
Just stop being a crybaby. Your team lost, and if you were any good, you would have blown the Bucks out. They shouldn't be able to play with anybody this year.
And with less than 2 minutes left in the game, you don't get burned on a long pass play. I think twice they got burned on long pass plays.
Yeah.
Just like gimmies.
We were missing one of our best defensive players, too.
Stop whining. I didn't hear you whine last week that you won because T.O. didn't play. You guys were playing in the Super Bowl parade. These fuckers in Washington, they get one win, and they start playing in the parade. They are so much on my nerves.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Now that you're in New York, you're screaming these fuckers.
No, I hated Washington the whole time I was there. You know it. El Jefe hated it the whole time he was
Try doing
there.
the fucking post game.
Yeah, it was just a nightmare. There's no worse market when it comes to how they feel about their team. I mean, it's a nice enough place, but the way they feel about the Redskins is just insane. They're not football fans. They're just zombies.
And you're sitting there with Cowboy Boy, and you gave him shit for what, 6 months about how Dallas was a shithole?
Yeah, it's true.
Sucked?
Yeah, but all those things are still true. All right, Alfred, I'll see you at your funeral, buddy.
All right.
All right, take care.
Take care.
Worst sports town in America, I have to say.
Washington.
Washington.
Well, it's a great football town. I mean, I would love to own the Skins. They love the team to the point of they're not even sports fans. But for the rest of sports, yeah, it's terrible. They don't know really about any other sports except for football.
I always thought it was something to do on Sundays for Washingtonians, and that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that for the people that go there. I don't even think that the people that go to that game, it looks more like a country club than it really does sports fans, and it's happening in a lot of places. But the regular guy on the street down there loves that team, loves it, and Joe Gibbs, they love that guy. I mean, it's insane. They're like Scientologists.
Maybe the worst owner in football? Is that reasonable to say with Daniel Snyder?
Is he what?
Maybe the worst owner in football.
You know, I will just say this. He's giving Gibbs everything that he wants. So, you know.
Yeah, but almost out of necessity because he screwed over Norm Turner.
Right.
He really screwed over Marty Schottenheimer.
I mean, there's not too many football owners I actually like.
It's tough to hate an owner that will give your team whatever it needs. I'm a Mavericks fan. Mark
Right.
Cuban gives it. I mean, Steinbrenner. I mean,
yeah, it's like the other fans hate Steinbrenner, Cuban, but down there he's actually hated by the locals. Dan Snyder's hated by the people in Washington.
And the first thing he did when he bought the team was Jack Kent Cooke, who spent all of his own money on the stadium. And was loved. The first thing he does, he takes the name off the stadium.
Yeah.
Removes every reference that he even owned the team.
But again, in Northern Virginia, sometimes I think part of the problem for Snyder is he hasn't accepted Jesus. So I think that keeps a little distance. Because they might act like, oh, no, that's not what it's about, but they will throw in the word Jew every time they're complaining about the direction of the team. And I would always say to them, what's that got to do with it? Here's our buddy Keith the Cop. Keith, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, Ronnie? How are you?
Cool.
God love Fez, bro. God love.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
Just curious. Do I have to stop working on this Free Lunch Fridays promotion that I'm doing?
No, Fez can watch us eat. And you know something, I got to point this out, Keith. I think he might have been having at least the warning signs the night that we were with you. Did he seem that bad that Halloween night?
You know what? He was a little bit, but, you know, I mean, I kept getting the drinks for him.
Right.
I mean, you know, he doesn't slow down for it.
That's the problem.
But, I mean, we're going to do like Easy Money with Rodney Dangerfield. We're just basically going to eat around him, and,
yeah.
you know, he's just going to have to deal with it, right?
His life will be easy money from that point on.
Because, you know, I got burritos coming in, I got fish and chips. I really can't start canceling this
No,
stuff.
I agree with you. And plus, you know, the kids all like to eat. And they, let's face it, most of them have got another 15 years before they got to worry. Fez enjoyed himself right up to the heart attack. And even then, I've seen him eat pretty good afterwards. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, thanks, Keith.
Oh, not a problem. Have a good one.
See it. I feel so guilty, and I'm not kidding at all, because that night I asked him, are you having a heart attack? Because if a guy's grabbing his chest on the street, it'll scare you. But as soon as he said no, I just went back to my stupid life. I haven't paid any attention at all to the fact that these diabetic things now in hindsight just are shockingly obvious. The hard stuff, shockingly obvious. And just not really catching any of it. It's just embarrassing.
Well, the thing with his feet was like glaring warning sign
I
that something
know.
was wrong, and I feel awful that I
And
missed it.
Blowhard even called and said, bro, you got diabetes. And I'm going, what is wrong with you? You're slurring after a beer. Obviously, the guy's sick. And now I went out to lunch the other day with Al Dukes, and afterwards they're like, after, you know, they found out that Fez had been sick, they're like, he was barely talking. He wasn't himself. I'm not even noticing that he wasn't jumping into stuff. I feel just awful.
You know, you just don't. I don't know. I just thought it was just Fez being Fez. You know what I mean? Like he'll go through certain deals where he's very animated, and sometimes he's very, you know, introspective and quiet.
That's when he's having a heart attack. That's when you see him being introspective. It means he's sick, Earl. Now we know that. Now we'll constantly be saying. By the way, Fez doesn't like being off the monitors. Wants to be at monitors all times. So we might have to talk to XM and just so I can sit here and watch his thing because he loves that. He loves watching that thing.
He likes the EKGs.
Yeah, just a little blip going there.
See, that when I was in the I hated all that stuff. I could not get out of
Fez
there.
loves it. Loves it. Didn't want to be disconnected. And I would just go in there after a while. I'm playing Submarine. I mean, I'm just acting like we're looking for stuff, which is stupid. El Jefe's partner, J-Dub's, in the back room right now, getting his ass tattooed. We can talk to him or he can't hear us.
We can talk to him. He can't hear us, but I could get a cell phone.
Yes.
And then...
Why don't you do that? Because the thing is, it makes no sense for him not to hear me while we talk.
All right. I'll go do that right now.
Yeah. Thank you, buddy.
Is this going to change you at all, Ronnie? I mean, seeing as how, you guys partners and best friends and everything, and I remember many a meal sitting down with you guys.
Right,
and
eating big.
You taught us dessert is part of the meal. That was one thing we learned from you.
I'm a killer. I'm Hitler. Is that what you're saying? I feel bad enough, El Jefe. I'm totally guilty. Can't I say that enough? Now I'm going to be cutting his salad up for him. That's what I plan on doing. In the meantime, Earl, not a bad idea to have a backup homo. Not that I'm going to use them, but just somebody ready to, hello.
Any ideas?
Yeah. To me, they're all the same. I'm not going to lie to you here. I cannot tell the difference between them. And that's not prejudice. It's just fact. It's the same fucking joke. I took a dick. Yeah. Shocking. You're not going to get to see him on this trip, too.
I know. We were really looking forward. We were looking forward to Hooters on yesterday. We were sitting down watching the games, having some beers, having some wings, having some dessert.
By the way, those chicks I told you to look out for, they did come in. The sports chicks, you guys missed them completely.
Yeah, we bolted right after the Lion game.
I don't blame you. Dubs had to be excited about that, though, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's been a great trip, other than the heart attack.
And the fact that you won't leave the room.
Well, we picked out like a block where we walk around the block.
Yeah.
And because it feels safe. There's so many New York cops. And
which street are you on?
47th? I think 46th.
You couldn't be
in
more
Broadway.
safe.
Yeah, I mean, that is like Rube Central.
I know it is.
It's like the most secure area maybe in the world.
Like,
there are so many security people there.
Along one block, I mean, you have a couple of cops like every 30 feet or so, and what we'll do is we'll sprint like the 30 yards just to get closer to the next one.
Oh, stop it.
Just to make sure. Have you walked down there?
I'm going to take you out tonight. Keith the cop would love to take you out on a ride. And let's take you into Harlem, deep into Harlem, 3 o'clock in the morning, with and I'll just throw dollar bills out the window until you're grabbed.
Or like East New York, or certain sections of Brooklyn.
Yeah,
you'll love it.
Well, we did that with Tuttle. We took him all through during the show, and he was crying like a baby. He literally was crying. And we had Billy with him, and Billy has gone anywhere to cop. You know what I mean? When you want crack, you are. The answer to racism is addiction, because when you're addicted, you will smoke crack with anybody. Doesn't matter to you.
Or you'll let, especially with chicks, you'll let anybody bang you just for that next.
Yeah,
you'll
work.
do anything. It doesn't care, black, white, turquoise. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you take a KKK girl and get her addicted, and she's willing to sleep with black people in seconds. Hey, J-Dubs.
Dude.
The ass tattoo. How's the ass tattoo coming along?
It hurts.
Yeah, does it?
Yeah, it's definitely probably the worst one I've ever had.
Now, Jefe, did you go back and see him with his ass propped up in the air in my office?
I got that all weekend. I got that in the hotel room. Why do you think we're not leaving? That sounds familiar.
It's boy rape weekend for the hideout guys.
Seriously, I'd rather have a cock back there right now. I'm
You would anyway. You'd rather have that than a vagina back there. This is nothing new for you.
At least there's some prostate stimulation then, and there'd be an upside to this.
So sick. Why bring that up? Hey, I saw how I was trying to introduce you guys around today, and you kind of choked in front of O&A, huh?
What do you say? I mean, I don't know. You don't want to
Help
come
me?
off as overbearing.
You wanted to say help me is what you basically are doing.
I wanted
here.
to go down and kiss feet and be like, hey.
Right now, help me.
You, all Jefe said to Anthony was, me radio show 2. Me radio show 2.
Alex Kong puts his fist up in the air.
Yeah.
And,
seriously, what was that like for you, seeing the Mick? You feel like Mickey Mantle walked by when it was Anthony?
And you fucking, and like you say, you choke.
Watch the language, okay? This isn't real radio. You can't curse like that. He just yells and you fuck. And he feels like that's his way of being in your face.
It feels good. Are you kidding?
Plug the tattoo people again.
Our tattoo is being done by Mr. Eric Newman at Monarch Tattoos. For more information, you can call 973-697-0030, or you can check out their website, monarchflash.com.
He's doing a great job working around my pimples.
I know. I did go back there, and what a pimply ass for a grown man. And it looks, you must piss your pants to have pimples like that all back there. I sent Harry back to play Connect the Dots, and it just says 666 and ass pimples.
It's a big red salt lick. That's what it is back here.
You are filthy.
And he didn't shower this morning either.
Yeah.
Just to kind of rub it in a little bit.
Oh. All right. We'll talk to you soon, Dubs.
All right.
He's in pain. This kid he's a big Lions fan. He's had so many bets. This is his like 5th or 6th that he's had to get somebody else's logo put on him. I had a lunchbox like that when I was in the 2nd grade of just every NFL team. This is what Dubs' body looks like now.
I had the sleeping bag and the sheets, and it's everything.
Oh, do you? Here comes Steve. Steve, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I was just back there and...
Could
you knock it off?
Thanks for landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's back there, and the pimples on his ass are exploding as the tattoo needle gets raked across him.
Boosh! How embarrassing to have an ass like that and make a bet.
I've had Eric do tattoos. Eric's the guy that does my tattoos, and he's really good. But every time you go in, you want to make sure that you don't have a pimply arm or a pimply leg or something like that, for just that reason, because it's only going to make the experience that much less pleasant.
Are you happy with every tattoo that you have, or is there any that you go, I wish I didn't have it?
Now I'm very happy with all of them, and it's Eric's the reason that I'm very happy, because I had crappy tattoos that I got when I was 17, 18 years old, and when I decided that I wanted to get them covered up, he was the one that I actually sat down with for weeks and decided what would go over them well and what would cover them up. And this big koi fish on my arm used to be an American flag up in the corner, and then like some tribal bird, and they both looked like crap. And we spent months just going in for 3 hours at a time and just and covering them up. And he really did a great job.
That's cool. That is cool. So you got Dubs back there now with yet another stupid NFL logo on his ass, and with a very pimply ass, getting it done that way. Just an idiot. Just an idiot. I love the kid, but he's a moron. Me do radio too. Golden ticket good. Hawk, were you in Florida when these guys, or was it, did you already leave?
No, I was gone.
Yeah. You were with Real Radio or one of the kind of satellite offshoots?
I was with Real Radio in West Palm Beach.
Okay.
And was doing stuff for Orlando now and then.
I see. So you knew the Monsters and all those guys, right? And Toto, of course. It's so weird how this business, everybody just runs together.
Yeah.
And have faith for you, burning bridge after bridge after bridge. I don't see how you're going to pull it off. It's not a good thing.
And I just lit another one earlier. It's no good.
Did you? Me do radio too.
That wasn't so much burning a bridge as much of just like a huge roadblock that I put in myself.
Right. Have you ever fucked up? How many enemies do you think you have, radio enemies? Like, people will say, I will make sure that fucker doesn't get in here. I got about 100.
Yeah, I would have to say this, and it's early on, too, probably about 10, 15.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And most of them are in very high places.
Yeah.
General managers, vice presidents of programming.
Right. That's always the best thing.
Of entire clusters.
Well, here's the problem, that you're always happy when somebody like that fucks up and gets canned, and then they come back and they get hired at even a bigger position. So there's nothing you can do about it. Here's Charlie. Charlie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, it's Old Home Week. I just want to shout out to El Jefe and J-Dubs, and just sorry Fez isn't here today.
Yeah. All right. That was a wonderful call, Charlie. Thank you very much. You remember those calls from Northern Virginia. Just a shout-out. Just giving you a shout-out, dude. Yeah, he brought up about Fez. If you're just tuning in now, Fez Watley, our little buddy, our little Fezzy, had a heart attack, unbeknownst to Earl. Earl did nothing about it. Wasn't there for him all. Even as an executive producer, completely missed the ball. And I'm not saying anything, Earl, but much like you did with Muni. So I don't know whether you're some kind of carrier or what the fuck you're doing, but everybody whose show you produce has a heart attack.
That's smart.
It's bad. I like you to see you walk down the hall at Sirius for a while and just see what happens there. If you're the best thing that we could do for us is to put you across the street, Jinxie. Have you got a hold of Fez yet?
No, not yet. I mean, honestly, I didn't know if he was home or at the hospital or what have you. And honestly, I think he just needs his rest right now.
He does need his rest right now. But Owen and I have been great. They've been calling and checking up. Really, everybody but Bob Eatman has been just terrific, checking to make sure that he's okay. Wiki has been terrific. All right, here's the blowhard. He wants to talk about diabetes. You know what? We better do a break first, though. I want to try to keep up with this today. We come back. Blowhard will talk to us about diabetes. We'll be right back. Ron and Fez Show.
Tonight on the Discovery Channel, it's a paranormal trip through time on the Discovery special, Ronaldo, the man who can see into the past.
The Berlin Wall will come down. I see Hasselhoff singing.
Ronaldo, the man who can see into the past. There's nothing that's happened that he can't see.
I see fire. So many fires. Beware the Ford Pinto.
He is Ronaldo, A man with an exceptional knack for world history trivia? Or is he more than a man? A modern-day seer who sees yesterday like it was today?
I see a lady, a tall lady, with a torch from France. Her name is Liberty.
Ronaldo, the man who can see into the past. Where does this magnificent gift come from? From books or beyond?
Consider yourself warned. Do not bet the 1919 White Sox.
His realm is history itself. He is a human time machine. He is Ronaldo, the man who can see into the past.
A new form of communication called the telephone. There will be much ringing.
Ronaldo, the man who can see into the past. Dare to discover what's already been found.
Heed my advice, Marion Barry. The bitch will set you up. The bitch will set you up. The bitch will set you up. I grow weak. The portal to the past is closed.
The Discovery Channel. Entertain your brain.
Fezzy. The Ron and Fez Show. XM202.
One more time.
It's the Ron and Fez Show. Hanging out with the boys from the Hideout in Orlando, Florida, Real Radio. Buddies of ours are in NYC for the weekend. Long weekend, I guess. Dubs is in the back now, having his ass tattooed. I went back and took a look at it. It looks like it's just totally red, covered in blood. I guess those are the pimples that are exploding. It's absolutely disgusting. Although he on that chair with the ass propped up, you realize what happens in jails now. Now you go, I can see how it could happen. Normally I don't. And no, I'm not saying I'd stick it in, but I'm saying lay it on the ass and just, smack it around a little bit.
Oh, God.
That's like if I was away, if I was put away.
Oh, of course.
Jefe, for you, before you started having male sex in prison, how long would you have to be, how long would the sentence be before you say, wait, I got to find myself a kid?
My giving?
Yeah. Yeah, giving.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to be, never.
Me, I was in on a DUI. I thought, what the fuck? It's 3 hours. I got to get something. I got to be able to do something here. And, they're like, your wife's here. She bailed. Yeah, give me a minute. Give me a fucking minute, please. I'm busy. Receiving for you would come a lot faster, though, a year or so.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Would you fight or give it up?
What's the point of fighting?
Right, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think it that way. Why start trouble?
And then you become popular.
Yeah, sure. Then everybody likes you. And they start. You're basically like a little stuff, like the Cape Moss of the whole place. Everybody's interested.
You can cut in line.
Yeah.
Extra phone privileges.
Extra what?
Phone privileges.
Ah, very nice. I thought you said phone privileges. I don't know where you're going with this. Here is our buddy. Well, first, Steve wants to bring this up because a lot of people have said it about Fezzy today. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez. Go ahead, buddy. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, 2208?
Oh, way to go, old school.
You noticed that Fezzy wasn't too far off on his little death prediction there.
Fezzy had been having death dreams for quite some time. I mean, everything now in hindsight that we laughed at him for, that we mocked him for, we have to apologize. He's not being sissified. He had things wrong with him. I didn't see it. Earl the Jinx didn't see it for sure.
Do you think the symptoms started as soon as the death clock stopped? And that's what triggered it?
The symptoms started when they called him fatty pneumonia when he was 3 years old. This kid's been a ticking time bomb of chocolate sundaes for quite some time. We all know that. Now, speaking of which, now Blowhard wants to teach us about diabetes because Blowhard is a diabetic. Blowhard, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, guys. Hey, Fez, if you're listening,
Why
feel
would
better.
He's trying to feel better. Why would he listen to this show? This was the last thing I would put on.
Come on, he's listening to all his friends. All his friends love him, and all his friends are praying for him.
All right, where's the joke, Blowhard? Where's the joke?
No joke, being serious. I'm not a comedian, you know that.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm
right.
not, I never attempt to be funny, and if I do, I usually fail miserably. But I just want to let you know about the diabetic thing. Basically, there's a lot of people walking around who are diabetic who don't even realize it. And a lot of the symptoms that Fez would talk about on the air, it was sort of obvious that he was having a problem. And what Fez has is what I would guess is type 2 diabetes, and there's a lot of misconceptions about it. The good news is the symptoms and the side effects can all be reversed. But the key is exercise, exercise. That's the main one.
Yeah, I don't
and
see
diet.
doing that.
Diet's going to be hard. See, I don't know the components of the heart problem combined with what the doctors are going to do for the guy.
Right.
But it all comes down to just moving and eating right and proper diet. And most men over 40, I was walking around with diabetes for years before I knew I had it.
Earl, why don't you do this? Why don't you bring leotards in for you and Fez, and then after the show every day you do a spin class with them. And the two of you are just in here doing stuff like that.
Can't hurt, buddies,
Yeah.
because what's going to happen is as Fez recovers from his heart problem, the diabetes, he's going to have to check his blood every day. And that might be a little rough for the guy if you're not very friendly with needles.
Here's the weird thing, because I've been in there. He hates it when he gets his finger pricked.
He's going to have to do it himself. He's going to have to
But
be
here's
like
the weird
B.B.
thing
King
about
and
it.
that guy in the commercial.
Here's the weird thing. He loves to get his prick fingered. So, I mean, it's an old gag. George Carlin gave it to us. But it still works. So, Harry, that might be what... Harry, there's one reason why you're here. And you know what it is, right? Do you get it now? You are the spare heart. I want you to keep that fat heart of yours, same size as Fez, only it's 20 years younger. I want you to keep it ready and available at all times. And I want you to be at the point where you can cough it right up out of your mouth. I can grab it and give it to Fez.
And then I have to start eating healthier from now on.
I am not going to lie to you about this, Harry. And do you know what a shoot is?
It's a serious.
Serious thing. Immediately, do you know what he started to call his heart attack? His Harry. He fucking literally, I want you to know, he considers the problems with you right at the top of this list. And I wish I was kidding. Are you satisfied?
No, not
you
at all.
won, Harry. Congratulations. Passive aggression wins over regular aggression once again.
No, I would never wanted that to happen.
I
at
don't
all.
want him to have another Harry. He had one. It was scary enough. I don't want his second Harry. All right, thanks, Blowhard.
Hey, listen, I just wanted to say that if you're over 40 and you're inactive and you're overweight, you should definitely get to your doctor and get some blood work done, because a lot of people are walking around, buddy, with a lot of high blood sugar problems and can be very damaging and very fatal if you don't treat it
Well, thanks
properly.
for the PSA. I appreciate it. It's very
All right.
nice.
Take
All
care,
right,
man.
See you later. That was a very serious Blowhard today. No, you know, it could be worse. We could be doing a show with Eddie Guerrero, which, again, congratulations, Vince. You pulled it off. I don't know how you do it, but you're managing to kill every wrestler out there. Now, you guys are wrestling fans. Why the hell is this?
A lot of the times, I think it's probably the steroids. I mean, we don't know what happened to Eddie, but most
From
of the
what
time...
I heard, that he had a heart attack brushing his teeth.
Oh, jeez.
I heard that they came in and found him still had the toothbrush in his mouth.
Jeez. Well, even my 11-year-old brother, his first thing was he thought it was roids, which was it's not a good sign just in general for the business.
Well, first of all, I mean, there can be... It's a bad lifestyle all around. I mean, they're up all night. They're constant traveling. I don't know how anyone could be big and work on the road 300 nights out of the year. Normally, when you're on the road on vacation, you don't have time to work out just enough for cardiovascular, let alone to get really, really large. Something wrong is happening. If it was any business but wrestling, I think something would come down about it, but people don't seem to care about the wrestlers.
Well, I mean, he's not the first guy to go that way. You know, Ryan Pillman kind of had the same issue. Kurt Hennig.
Yeah, but even before those guys, I mean, if you really start to go through wrestlers that died young, It's tons. Most of these people I've met, I've had on my show before, and most of them were very young people. Chris Candido died just recently, right?
Yeah.
What was his reason?
He ended up having some kind of. It was very bizarre. He had some kind of surgery and it went fine, and then a blood clot, and it just killed him.
All right. What about Mr. Perfect? Kurt Hennig. He was on the road, right?
Yeah, they're saying cocaine intoxication, I believe, was the official reason for his death.
What about Road Warrior Hawk?
He also had a heart attack. I don't know exactly what brought that one on, though.
What about Davey Boy?
Heart attack.
What about the Renegade?
His was suicide. He just couldn't take it anymore. He did a Von Erich.
Couldn't take what anymore?
I don't know. Just life. Maybe not. Maybe. People always assume when you do the suicide, it's related to your career. It might not have anything to do with it. I don't know. The Von Erichs, they went through. The
Von Erichs are the doomed family of professional wrestling. Here's the sad thing. This is the one thing that Fez would love to be talking about: professional wrestling. Finally, it's time for it, and he had his heart attack. I can't get used to saying that Fez had a heart attack.
We actually got the news through a third party, and we were...
Dime the person out. Who said it?
Alan Leinwand.
Alan, you were supposed to keep that quiet because Fez didn't even know if he wanted it out on the air.
Right. And so you could tell as soon as he said it, he's like, oh, man, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Did he say that?
No. He doesn't admit whenever he goes wrong. And we're like, oh, wow, okay.
Are you guys going to have to lunch with him?
We were going to get together at some point, but who knows? He's busy.
Yeah. Oh,
being
boy.
free.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He's too busy to see you guys?
Well, he's going to try to get together for some coffee or something.
Do me a favor, since I can't make it, pick me up a Danish and whatever else he buys you guys. Just say this is one for Ron. Even if I don't have it, I want to know that he means it, though. Hey, John. John, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy? John, you're on the air.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
What's the deal with Harry? Fez has gone 2 days, and now this piece of shit thinks he's going to yak it up all on the radio?
I noticed that. I noticed Harry right away. I had to stop him from jumping in too much. But this last time I did ask him. But it does seem like you're jumping in somebody's grave, Harry.
No, not
and
at all.
And I, for one, don't like it.
I just don't want. I just don't want all the pressure to lean on you because Fez is in the hospital.
The reason why there's any pressure on me at all is because you put Fez in the hospital.
I don't think that I feel...
I was with the doctors, and he's going like this. Does he smoke? I go, no. Does he overdrink? I go, no. He goes, does he have an incompetent producer? I go, wait a minute. That last one, incompetent producer. Put that down and then take it to the second power.
Not a lot of people check that one off. But
seriously, I'm not telling you. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know who's more of a problem, him or Eatman, but both of you have let him down in a big, big way. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
How are you, buddy?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know I was on. I just wanted to say about Kurt Hennig. Kurt Hennig didn't die because of steroids. He actually died because of cocaine.
Let's not blame cocaine, which is really a wonderful drug and no problem for anyone. Yeah. But, that is part of the road thing, that you are going to abuse drugs and alcohol of all kinds. You know what I mean? It's really, really difficult to be, okay, it's, Thursday night. I just performed in front of 20,000 people. Now I'm in bumfuck. What do? You start partying. It happens to rock stars. But I'm willing to say this. More people are dying in wrestling than heavy metal. That's got to show you something is going wrong in wrestling. And nobody ever wants to talk about it. Sean, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you?
What's going on? You doing all right?
I'm fine, buddy.
Don't forget about Flying Brian. He died really young.
Pillman. Yeah. How did Pillman die?
Also a heart attack.
I know. Why would Pillman have a heart attack? At what age?
35.
35. That's insane.
Yeah. It has to be part of what they're doing. Like Guerrero's a guy who, when he started in the business, was a small, scrawny guy. He was a cruiserweight, and if you watch recently, he's just huge.
Yeah.
And for his age, it's kind of odd if he did it without the juice, but.
So you're saying you think it's
I
steroids?
think it has to
But
be.
I saw a thing not this year that said steroids They have never tied in a death with steroids. I saw that on that HBO sports show. What's it called, Jefe?
Real Sports?
Thank you. You're the only person here besides me that enjoys sports. These guys, they line up for the wrestling like they could talk about it for hours on end, and then I bring up baseball, and they've never heard of it before.
How long until Congress gets involved? Do you think they're even going to step in, or does it not matter because it is wrestling?
Do you think anyone cares about whether wrestlers live or die? I mean, I don't think that people really care about these guys.
That's partially why it's sports entertainment, and they call it sports entertainment. Partially why Vince let on that it was.
You are trying to be the new Fez, except for no fun at all. Try and be funny if you're going to hop in, instead of being. You know who you're like, Coach. Basically, the only person from the WWE that you remind me of is Coach.
Jonathan Coachman.
Yeah, the no fun guy. Anthony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about Eddie Guerrero. He had the whole past with the painkillers and the alcohol, so bad so that they actually had to take him off the road and send him to rehab for a couple of years. So
yeah, and then supposedly, he beat all that stuff though, right? He was living
4 years sober recently too.
I don't get the joke. What's that mean?
No joke. He was just 4 years sober. Are
you a comedian?
Yeah, but I was just
gagging every once in a while. Keep us laughing. When Bill Burr's on O&A, I don't hear him yell out, I'm just stating facts. That's all I'm doing. I'm here to state some facts.
Oh, it's just
the next thing you say, be funny. I don't want any more excuses. The next time you open that pie hole, I want us all to be laughing. Does that seem fair to you, Jefe?
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for backing me up. That was ballsy of you to back me up. I didn't think you were going to do it, but you went out on a limb and you backed the host up. Nobody else will do that right now. Bob, you're on the Ron and Fez show, buddy. How are you?
All right, Ron. How you doing?
Good.
Looking to send. Where should we be sending cards and gifts to Fezzy?
Don't send him any cards and gifts. He'll be back here. If you want, send an email to ronandfez@AOL.com. But he doesn't want any cards and gifts.
All right. Just wanted to do our part. Loyal listener.
It would be very, very nice if everybody sent Fez a get well email. But send cards and have him worry about that and, gifts and stuff. He's fine with it. Here is Floyd. Floyd, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. How you doing, Ron? I used to work at the hospital, and I used to prep the patients before the procedure. We used to shave their nuts. How did Fezzy handle it?
That was one of the things with Fez. I mean, you know him. He guards that little dick of his like it's gold. So he was nervous about that and the catheter. And I'm like, let's just really focus on your heart right now. So, yeah, he got through it okay. And again, he's one of those guys that ended up really liking the hospital. And when I say that, I mean a lot. He became part of that lifestyle very, very quickly.
Did he enjoy the gown and everything, too?
He liked the gown, the little slippers. He's introducing me to his new friends and tell me their problems.
Does he have a roommate?
Yeah, he had a roommate, a black woman. And the two of them, when she was just like, he has become like a son to me. And I'm like, I can't be part of this. And literally, her whole family, it was like they were Fez's family. I didn't know they co-ed the thing. So I think they're confused about whether Fez is male or female. But her family loves Fez.
And they're the same age, just about?
Yeah, elderly black woman, yes.
How did Fez handle his bathroom phobias? I know he doesn't like to...
I don't think he dropped a deuce the entire time he's in there. But I will say this. Why I was sitting there, they went after one on him. So he had to take a stool sample very brutally, like a shot. And I was just going like this. Think about the bunnies, Fezzy. Think about the bunnies. Right now we are going through an ass tattoo, really, for Fez. Yeah, run down there and see how J-Dubs is doing. He should be ending this up. Nice tattoo art there, though, Earl.
Monarch Tattoos in New Jersey. You can go to monarchflash.com, or you can call 973-697-0030. Ask for Eric Newman. He does a great job.
Right now, J-Dub's getting the Big Bucks, old Bucko Bruce tattoo across his ass cheeks. Just stupid. What everyone does to their bodies anymore, just stupid. We just act like it's nothing.
And the ironic thing, too, is that he's begun taking care of himself, losing
I
weight.
noticed he lost a ton of weight. Other than the shag haircut that he had, the Florida mullet, I thought the kid was looking really good.
Yeah, and so he's doing this whole thing, but he's never going to be able to take his shirt off. Between that and his puffy nipples, there's, you know, he's going to offend people out on Cocoa Beach.
Now, I mean, you bring that up like it's a joke, but I did notice his nipples are humongous, and they're actually sticking through his shirt. Why? What happened there? Oh, hi, Dubs. Your partner was just telling us about your nipples.
Have a seat.
How you feeling, bro?
Pretty good.
You're just keeping the... Harry, what are you doing? Dropping the shade?
We don't want if he's going to show the tattoo.
You want him to pull his ass out
No,
in front
I
of us? You're putting
don't.
the shade
I'm
down
just- I don't
like an
want-
old kid toucher. Hey, bring Eric in and let's talk to him. You make me really... I thought you were going to be funny.
There's nothing funny about seeing J-Dubs' ass.
I think Bill would find something funny about it. Over here, Eric, grab... you did this tattoo from... was he a bleeder? A lot of
no,
blood?
not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
But pimply ass, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at it, Dubs. And by that, I mean the penis. After that, we'll take a look at the tattoo. Oh, my God.
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
Just
You
awful.
got a pirate on your ass.
Yeah, a gay pirate in orange on your ass. I'll say this, Eric. You didn't go too small. It wasn't like, oh, let's just do
No.
a dainty little thing.
No, he's got a tat on his ass.
Yeah.
It's the size of a fist.
Yeah. Pictures of this will be up on ronfez.net, ronfez.net. Dubs, how you feeling?
I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Have you shown the rest of here? Let Steve take a look at it. He's interested in tattoos. He's a connoisseur.
Oh,
and
oh my God.
it is a nice big pirate. Now, did you show him the rest of your work that you had done?
No, not yet.
Yeah, take a look just to show how fucked up his gambling habit is. He's got
Holy
every other thing.
Do you like these teams? Or
No,
these are all lost bets.
These are all lost bets. Dubs, you lost a ton of weight. What did you do for that?
Mostly just not eat.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
the most part.
are you anorexic? Is this something I need to be worried about with you? Do I have to be like, the mirror's lying, Dubsy? The mirror's lying.
No, I mean, I was just, I started working out for a while, but that didn't work out too well. And I've been doing a lot of diet pills.
All right, so good. Speed.
Yeah.
Speed, good for the kids if you're listening right now. Christmas trees and black beauties. That's what you're after. White crosses are your way to go, kids.
Right after we got the news, he goes downstairs to pop a pill,
Mhm.
have some Red Bull, and smoke. And
So
just
is
be
that
like,
what you do all the time?
Yeah, I don't drink anything but water or, like, the diet Red Bulls.
Why?
I don't know. Nothing else sounds appealing to me anymore. I think it's
So
an
you
addiction.
are kind of anorexic.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. You taking anything to make you shit and puke?
No, it's all,
Because you know how good you would look after a big shit? I think that you ought to stay on that. You're like a fucking Olsen twin. You're a guy. Why do you have this thing?
well, I was getting pretty disgustingly fat when we were in D.C., and I just started,
Right, you
away,
were,
and
but
then-
you're a guy. So
Yeah.
who cares? Doesn't matter. You still get chicks. Eric, should he give up now, or would you do something where you would cover him up like you did for Steve?
Oh, yeah, you can cover those up.
Yeah.
You know, but it depends on what he wants to do.
What are
It'd
you
have
going
to
to
be
cover
large.
up with on your ass, though? Like, what's appropriate right there?
I don't know. You decide.
Yeah, the ass wound was a gigantic mistake.
Yeah.
Especially a big gay pirate. Unless that's what you're into.
It's not my thing, but, I mean, forever there's going to be pictures on the internet of me getting a pirate tattoo on my ass, being the butt pirate. You
Right.
know?
I mean, seriously, if you ever get raped, all they have to do is bring up he's got a gay pirate on his ass. You know he liked it, and that guy is going to walk. You're not going to be able to put anybody in jail now.
Well, I hope that never comes to that where that's my defense. Hey, just because there's a pirate on my ass doesn't mean that I'm gay.
You're Jodie Foster now.
No
Just
still
because
means
you've
no.
lived a slutty life, you can still say no to it. Got a line, Harry?
I was just going to say you should throw in your honor.
Just turn that mic off. You're about to give me a Harry. Same thing. This is how he killed Fez. The weird thing is, all Fez's dreams, the death dreams, the fact that he's been worried about this for so long, and then everything he's worried about comes true. Everything he's worried about has happened to him. Earl, you're going to have to change his lifestyle, buddy.
Yeah, I can relate a little bit after my ulcer experience. I had to change definitely eating habits. So
no, was that brought on by the sickle cell? What brought on the ulcer?
Just horrible eating habits and partially and primarily.
What does it do? It breaks the cells in half like a sickle? What does it do?
That's sickle cell. Ulcers are holes in the lining of your stomach.
Oh, I see.
And no, in my family, it runs in the family ulcers, not sickle cell.
Really?
Yes.
You're a worrying family?
No, and it's nothing to do with it.
Butterfly McQueen was his great-grandmother. I don't know nothing about birthing no babies.
No, it's just something that it's actually genetic, believe it or not. And no, because I'm the youngest of 8, and kids 2, 4, 6, and 8 all have stomach trouble.
8 kids in your family?
Yeah.
Way to break the stereotype, Earl. I'm really, really proud of your family for going in the other direction.
We're fruitful. We like to multiply.
Yeah, I understand. So, you didn't have cable. Dad's going to just tap it.
No,
Every night of your life, did you just hear this coming out of the bedroom? Not now, children!
Oh, I was the youngest.
Every day. Just constant pounding.
Well, the funny story was after about the 4th kid in, when the nurses would wheel my mother out, they would say, "See you next year, Mrs. Douglas."
Is that right?
Yeah.
Sure.
And she was always back, too.
Yeah. All right, what did Eric want for you?
We're going to bandage it up and...
Oh, I see. All right, great job. Let's plug him again. He did a terrific job, Earl. Eric is a great guy, too. He did all Steve's stuff.
Yeah, Monarch Tattoos, which is 973-697-0030, or you can check out their website, monarchflash.com. Great. They do great work.
All right, let's take a break here. When we get back, we'll have up a bandaged J-Dubs, and he's going to hang out with us. They're the Hideout Boys from Real Radio in Orlando. Good buddies of Fez's. I know he's disappointed he's not going to be able to hook up with you. And then tomorrow, the Sports Chicks, who also came here to see Fez from Florida, are stopping by, and he's not going to see them either. He actually used to do a show with them after the show he did with us with the Ron and Ron show. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back, Ron and Fez. Hi, we're XM satellite radio personalities, Ron and Fez.
And we'll be your hosts as we introduce you to some exciting new intricate satellite channels coming soon to your XM radio receiver.
It all starts in the new XM library. But it's no music library. It's a mean old bitchy librarian who's never been laid telling you to be quiet.
Shh, no talking. And this book is overdue.
The XM Library. That's definitely worth checking out. Next up, XM's Rock and Rhyme. It's only songs by artists whose names rhyme together.
You'll love the best in Mariah Carey, Chuck Berry, and Deborah Harry.
Wow, any Peter, Paul, and Mary?
Coming up, right after Steve Perry, here's Oh Sherry.
We better hurry. Because there's plenty more to check out, like XM's Feedback.
It's nothing but mic checks and that annoying feedback squeal that comes with them.
1, 2. Check 1, 2.
XM's Feedback. That's fun for the ears, but anything for the eyes, Ronnie?
Of course, Fez, this is XM, and there's a brand new channel called Four Eyes. It's all insults about people who wear glasses.
Look, everyone, it's Mr. Magoo.
Hey, I think Coca-Cola wants you to recycle your glasses.
Nice glasses. Discover any new planets?
Four Eyes on XM. That'll be topping the eye chart.
I see what you mean.
We hope you enjoy going behind the scenes on what's coming soon to XM.
And remember, at XM Satellite Radio, you can never be too specific.
It's the Ron and Fez Show, XM 202.
Big pimpin', baby. Big pimpin', spinach. Feel me?
It's the Ron and Fez Show. Well, I saw this going down. It looks like, once again, Arrested Development is canceled. So every time they try to get that show up and going, it gets canceled again. You're a fan of it?
I love that show.
Yeah.
To me, it's one of the better shows on television.
Isn't it the funny thing is, like, all your friends love the show, and then somehow Fox says no one watches the show?
Why is it that it seems like it's not mainstream enough? I mean, I don't.
Stupid? You mean it's not dumb enough for the
That seems to be the biggest problem with it.
You've really got to have almost like really hack stuff to make it, I guess, in the heartland. But it's a great show. Everybody on it's funny. You never go, oh, I watched it, and they shit the bed last night. And everyone you know watches it. That's what bugs me about. You look at stuff like that. I was trying to think of, like, what is the best show that's ever been canceled? 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. For me, it was the show that I think would have been a hit now. I think it was in the 80s, called Buffalo Bill was the name of it, with Dabney Coleman. Have you ever seen that, Earl?
Yeah, great show.
It was an hysterical show, kind of remind you of The Office, kind of remind you of Larry Sanders, really a kind of mean thing. And they never like shows, I guess, around the country if the lead character is kind of a bad guy.
I got to thank you. You turned me on to The Office. I heard you talking about it so much. Finally, I rented it, the BBC.
Amazing, right?
Oh, it's epic.
Yeah.
But then the American version didn't seem to do so well the first go around. And even now, isn't it struggling?
It's picking up steam all the time. I don't watch it only because I'm kind of polluted from the old one, but it's actually doing a lot better than it was before.
Jay Moore did this awesome show called Action on Fox, where he played Peter Dragon, this agent. And if it was an HBO show, to me it would have been a huge hit. And it was just so funny.
That was a funny show, and they didn't give him much of a chance with it,
They kept putting it on, like, the worst time slots against Friends and then, Frasier.
Why don't you say something funny now about it? Because that's your thing. Every time you open your pie hole, it's got to be funny. Not just other people that are funny. What do you got for me?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
No.
Okay, nice try, though. Worked for a while. Almost. Didn't it seem like it was a setup? It was an amazing show. Jay Moore starred in it. That's all I have. Sydney, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you? Sydney,
Howdy.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yes. Family Guy, man, no contest. It was taken off the air, and then the DVD sold so well, and then it came back on other networks. They brought it back.
That is a really good one, and it did come back, and I guess it's doing okay now, right?
Yeah, it's blown up.
Yeah. And I didn't watch it the first time. I completely watched it. I only caught that one on DVD. And it kind of took a couple episodes before I go, all right, I get it. It's just, it's a collection of jokes.
Vignettes, callbacks.
Right.
Gimmicks.
Here's Steve. Steve, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man?
What do you say, man?
Dead Like Me on Showtime ran 2 seasons. It was about modern-day Grim Reapers.
Never watched it. I saw the previews for it. Did nothing for me. It looked more like a WB show, like little sensitive people. How you doing, man?
That was a little painful.
Out of everything you've had, the ass tattoo the worst?
That
every
was definitely
tattoo?
the worst. And I think it was the zits and everything that made it worse.
Yeah.
Just because rolling over those things, you could just tell when he was hitting them.
Hey, Pete, what's your favorite show that ever got canceled?
What about WKRP in Cincinnati?
I thought the thing ran for a lot of years.
Oh, no.
And it stunk.
3 years.
Right,
and then it came back in the early 80s or the mid-80s.
Yeah, they did try to bring it back, but without all the main people. I think they only brought back the sales guy and kind of new people. They might have had Bailey there, too. Anthony, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Fezzy, get back soon. We love you, buddy. Yo, why don't they just put Arrested Development on FX? Uncut,
and that's it, man.
You know, it's a good idea. From what I heard, though, it's not a cheap show to do. A lot of stars on it, a lot of writers, so they need it to be a big hit if they're going to do it that way. That's the great thing about radio is you really don't need anything. Couple of mics and off you go. That's all you got to do.
It wasn't necessarily a comedy, but I love Twin Peaks. I thought Twin Peaks was just
Twin Peaks, gigantic hit the first year, right? And then the second year it shits the bed after they went and gave away the murderer too early.
Yeah, because ABC kept putting pressure on David Lynch and Mark Frost. They went, we need some resolution to this. We can't keep this gimmick going forever. And that was the whole.
That was the whole show.
That was the whole idea of it. And finally Lynch just gave up. He went, you know what? We'll give it up. We'll give up the killer, and then the show just went totally downhill.
Right, and it went fast. So that's why with Lost, maybe they're not going to make the same mistakes, and nothing will ever. We'll never figure out a damn thing on Lost. That'll be it for us. Here's our friend. Bobo wants to talk to us. Hey, Bobo, how are you, buddy?
Hey, I'm kind of shooken up, Ron. Please give my best to Fez.
I will.
I got to say, it is kind of a comfort that the Hideout guys are there with you.
Yes, they've been standing bedside with Fez, so you don't have to worry at all.
Yeah, because when you guys were in Washington, all of you, I grew up listening to you guys.
Yeah,
I don't think you knew that.
Wise ass. So you know, so you were worried about Fezzy?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you made the announcement, I couldn't breathe, and I've been. You might be able to hear my voice. I'm shaky.
A little shaky.
It's just weird.
Well, I talked to the doctors. He's going to be fine. But the main thing is, Bobo, and this is the main thing, he can't hear banjo music anymore. So, no more songs.
That's cruel.
I know.
Wow, life can be a hard thing to deal with.
All right, but he's going to be fine, pal. I told you the other day, don't worry about anything, right?
Okay, I can't help it, though. I'm Jewish, remember?
Uh-huh. Well, but you don't believe in God, so I don't know how you're Jewish. All right, talk to you later, buddy.
Love you, Fezzy.
Here's Tim. Tim, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, this me?
Yeah.
Hey, my favorite show that got canceled, Comedy Central, around 93. There's a show called Exit 57. I think it's only
I never saw this one. You saw it, Hawk? Was it a good show?
Yeah.
What was it about?
Comedy.
It was a sketch comedy show.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It came out before The State and everybody else.
Right.
And there's another one called The Vacant Lot around the same time, too.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Paul, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, that Strangers with Candy on Comedy Central was hilarious. It was really filthy.
I think they're doing a movie now, right? The same people?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's coming out next year.
Yeah. All right,
yeah.
Thank you very much. I think it's kind of hard for sketch comedy to last on television, except for Saturday Night Live, which should have been canceled many, many times. And for some reason, they keep that on. George, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Ronnie, I wanted to wish a speedy recovery to Fezzy.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll pass that on. If anybody wants to email him, ronandfez@AOL.com, ronandfez@AOL.com. We'll make sure he reads all of them.
Yeah, I love you
Except
guys.
for the mean ones.
I've been since '89.
Oh, thank you.
Ever since you guys were in Tampa.
Thank you.
So, yeah, the Joss Whedon shows like Buffy, Angel, and Serenity, they were always pretty good.
I never watched any of those shows. Oh, by the way, since you used to listen to us in Florida, BL and the original Hooters girls will come in. They were the number 1, number 2 Hooters girls ever hired. They do a MILF show right now in Florida, in Tampa. Here's David. David, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy? What do you say, Dave?
Yeah, Dave, calling from Indiana here.
Right.
One of the best shows we ever saw was Homicide: Life on the Street that got canceled. Great show.
That was on for a while, though, right?
It was on for a little while. It maybe ran its course, but
that's the one with Richie Belzer. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right, hold on. Here's Earl.
Yeah, I think it ran for like 4 or 5 years. It was one of the best shows ever put on TV, but it never, as they say, never found its audience. They would put it in awful time slots.
I never watched one of them. I got news for you. And that had Bells in it?
It had Belzer in it, and Barry Levinson was like executive producer. He directed a couple of episodes. It was set in Baltimore.
All right, somebody just sent me this. This is the top 10 canceled TV shows of all time. The Tick. Remember that was on? My So-Called Life. A lot of people like that one. Ben Stiller's show, which was really weird because that show couldn't make it on Fox, but everybody who was in it kind of went on to become a star after it happened. It had the Mr. Show guys and, of course, Ben Stiller. Firefly. I don't even know this show.
It was on Fox. It was, I think the movie that just came out, Serenity, is based similarly to that. And they're just flying around.
It was one of those Buffy the Vampire Angel type deals.
They're in space and they got a hot chick or something.
All right, News Radio next. Family Guide. Homicide. There you go, Earl. You came in third. Freaks and Geeks. This is another one of those shows I heard about a lot and I never saw. And the number one show is Mr. Show with Bob and David. Very, very funny guys. Yeah, for some reason, whatever they touch turns to shit. None of this stuff ever hits mass appeal. I don't know why.
I remember with the Ben Stiller show, it won the Emmy for Best Writing, and it had long been canceled, but that fall, the next fall, they won the Emmy for Best Comedy Writing.
All right, Eric, has everything all bandaged up with him now?
Yeah.
He's going to be fine?
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah. Did you see that thing not too long ago where supposedly a guy died while he was getting
Yeah,
tattoo?
I saw it in the paper, yeah.
Supposedly satanic tattoo killed him?
No, what happened was, from what I understand, is after he got tattooed, he was still in the lobby of the parlor, and obviously he got lightheaded.
Right.
And passed out. Unfortunately, passed out into a glass counter.
Right.
And
so you actually have to have the people lay down for a while before they leave?
No, it depends. Some people work themselves up and they get really nervous and they get lightheaded, and you pretty much know while you're working on them it's going to happen. Their body temperature drops, they're sweating, they're cold. So you stop tattooing, you give them something like a candy bar or a lollipop to eat to get some sugar. And then other people, sometimes they come in hungover and they didn't have anything to eat. So they have no blood sugar, and then same thing. But it very rarely happens after the tattoo. Usually it's during or before.
Now with J-Dubs, he just got the ass tattoo of Bucko Bruce. How long before he can be spanked? How long do we have to wait before we start spanking him?
That's up to him.
No, when I was getting it, I was trying to monitor my breathing, make sure I was breathing in and out, because this one hurt more than the other ones, and I was actually sweating and afraid of maybe passing out. I didn't know.
Here was the weird thing. Your ass is up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
A man is tattooing you. Why get a hard-on? What made that happen for you?
Involuntary reaction. It was just something that, when stuff starts happening on the backside, starts happening on the front side.
Sure, I understand. So it's nothing that you had anything to do with it.
No.
It was just nature taking its course. That's Florida radio, folks. It's the homoerotic show called The Hideout, which, by the way, gayest show ever on the air. And I say that as being Fez's partner. And I still have to say, you guys have a gayer show.
The funny thing is, when we went down to Florida, we're like, all right, we're going to be less gay.
Right.
That's what we're going to do.
But why? Who professionally has to have a meeting and say, our show has to be less gay?
And it's multiple times, too. It's like, all right, it didn't work. We slipped back into it. We got to try to be less gay again.
But Dubs has a chick. I don't, so as for less gay.
He's the gayest one, though.
I'll tend to make the more gay comments than the rest of them. I don't know. It's just I find it funny.
Dubs has an interesting phobia, and I've seen this. It's absolutely true. He can't be left alone around children.
Let me tell you what happened. I think about 2 months ago. Right. I was in a Walmart, and
all drunked up,
and I decided to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. A little kid standing right in the bathroom. I had to really go. So I made an effort to just go get in the stall, do my thing. The kid starts talking to me, asking me what my name is, and telling me his name and everything. Yeah. And right as I finish up, I hear him go out of the bathroom and yell to his mommy, "Mommy, a guy's talking to me. A guy's talking to me."
Now, I don't know whether this is true or it's true in a Fight Club kind of way, like maybe this imaginary kid, but he's literally afraid of children because you're afraid people are going to accuse you of being a kid toucher.
Exactly. I think that, like, say a kid's in like a kitchen or something. I go to get a glass of water. I accidentally, my hand rubs up against his ass. My life could be over.
Right.
And he could just say, and who's going to believe me over a kid?
And that Bucko Bruce tattoo won't help in court either.
Harry, it's bad enough that Fez isn't here, but you're yelling out stuff about his team. It's really awkward, okay? Fez, if you're listening, I apologize. I had no idea Harry was going to take that attack on your team. I know you find him responsible for your heart attack. I'm leaning that way now. Harry, if anything happens to him, look at me. I'll beat you to death with a claw hammer, just so you know that. All right, let's get back to your thing, Doug.
Yeah.
Now, did anything ever happen between you and a little kid before?
Nothing ever happened. It was just something where...
This was the first little kid ever to see your dick?
I don't think he saw it. I kept tucked away.
You were pushed up against...
Yeah, I rode the urinal pretty tight with that
one.
So,
did you have to run out of there?
Actually, when I heard that,
yeah.
I freaked. And I was still in the bathroom, so I was cornered.
Yeah.
I decided to run for it, and I pushed the door open and
Which looks really bad. Now that looks terrible. A little boy saying, a stranger with his pants down, talk to me, and then there you are running.
And the funny thing is, now I have a big van that I drive around.
Sure.
So I ran out into the parking lot, jumped in my big van, which just is
sure.
So kid-toucher-ish.
Yeah.
And booked out of there, so I don't know.
I saw you had a swing set in your living room, and that made me think that you're weird. Now, he was in a situation before where our old boss asked you to keep an eye on his kids, and you just turned your back and started smoking cigarettes.
It was take your kid to work day, and our boss brought his 2 kids in, and he asked us to take them out to a ticket hit where we were dropping off tickets for people. And so I'm standing there with these 2 kids. I walk almost a half a block away, just start smoking, and let the kids sit there handing out tickets to people.
Now, were you molested as a kid?
Not that I remember.
All right, so he doesn't remember being molested as a kid.
But I don't remember anything before the age of around 7.
Right.
And he's afraid of mayonnaise.
He also is phobic about mayonnaise and hot dogs. You don't like?
I love hot dogs. I just don't like the mayonnaise.
Okay, so mayonnaise, little children, and being alone with them.
And I don't remember anything before the age of 7.
Yeah, not remembering anything before your early years normally means something traumatic happened to you as a child. Mayonnaise obviously is cum, and the children you see as baby dubs, the little dubs that we as a society left alone. Did you have any bad uncles?
Actually, sad enough to say, an uncle stayed in my room for about a year growing up. He had
one bed?
Bunk beds. So we had bunk beds, me on the bottom, him on the top.
Was it always him on the top?
Yeah.
Take care, man. Thanks for the tat. Give him a plug. Would you early did a terrific job for us.
The fine folks at Monarch Tattoos. You can check out their website at monarchflash.com, or you can call them at 973-697-0030. They do great work.
Earl, you ever nervous around kids?
No, not at all.
You know, I will say this, that it's somewhat similar, but sometimes I'll run back in my head and think, if anything comes up, I know that I have alibis all tonight. But that stuff because of shit I did when I was younger, when you would get rounded up, you know. But I always think of who knows where I was, who saw me go into the movie theater, do I have the ticket on me that can prove it? So you worry about that, but only with kid touching. You're not worried about being accused of other crimes.
I'm not worried about being accused of either selling drugs or doing anything like that. Just the kids thing really freaks me out. One, because who's going to believe me over a kid?
Right.
And 2, it's just it's when you go to prison for something like that.
Then they really hate you.
Yeah, they hate you more than if you were doing anything else.
All right, so your thing is the time that you do is also going to be ugly.
Yeah.
You worry about that. If you were going to touch a kid, would it be more likely to be a little boy or a little girl?
Girl.
All right, so get that out there. That's known to all you parents of young sons. He's definitely not ever going to touch a boy because that's gay, right?
Yeah. That's over the line.
Right, that crosses the line. That's too far. What to you, and I want you to think about this and be totally honest. At what age do you think a girl starts to be attractive? Is it 4? I mean, just say right away.
I think a girl will start developing at 14 or 15 and looking decent.
So 14. But plays younger.
I mean, it could happen.
Are
at
you
12.
ever turned on by a pissy smell? Does that work for you?
That's never been my thing, no.
Okay. Just trying to find out. Because I think,
I really do dig pigtails, though.
All right, so you do like pigtails.
Yeah.
So are you ever worried that you're going to do something wrong to a little girl?
No. I'm just worried I'm going to get accused. I never wanted to act on any feelings or had any feelings.
Mm-hmm. Like if you're standing in a line for something, how comfortable, if there's a kid in front of you, how close can you stand?
I go to another line.
You can't even be in the same line with them.
I'll if it's a longer line, if I only have one thing and I want to go
Chuck E. Cheese, could you go?
Never.
You going to Chuck E. Cheese, would it be like me going to Columbia? Would it be just too much for you, where you know you're going to break down?
Well, one of my things is always, too, like I never, when I'm going to the bathroom, I'll, like, walk with my head down, and sometimes I'll accidentally pop into the wrong bathroom.
Sure.
And so I try to go to places where I know there's not going to be a kid around the corner.
Do you think that before you leave? Like, I'm going to go out. Let's make sure I'm in a place where a kid could be.
Well, if people, recommend going to places and everything, I'll look at that and say, okay, I can't go there. It's going to be too uncomfortable for me.
It's odd. Jefe, you don't have any of this stuff?
Just afraid of the dark.
Right. By dark, you mean blacks.
Yeah.
It's El Jefe and J-Dubs. They're from the Hideout. Big show right now. Just rocking Central Florida. Any new markets for you guys?
None at all. Yeah, we're just Orlando.
Just one market, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's all you want?
No need for ambition.
You said to me today, you go, Orlando, I finally found a home. I finally found a place I love. You're a big Magic fan now?
The biggest. Yeah. Magic, even branching out to the Lightning.
Wow.
I'm going Jacksonville, though, as opposed to the Bucks.
I like to stick with the Predators, the arena football.
Arena football. You know it's a big market when you got an arena football team that everybody knows the name of the quarterback. All right, we'll take a break. We're going to be right back. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
It's the adventures of the Gumshoe Gang, the world's worst kids detective agency. Today's episode, The Great Church Caper.
What are we doing sitting here in church, Ralphie? We're the Gumshoe Gang. We should be out solving mysteries.
You're right, Butterball. Bad guys don't take Sunday off. In fact, I think I just spotted a crime in progress.
Where? I don't see anything, Ralphie.
Shh, Butterball. Don't blow our cover.
But what's going on?
Check out old lady McCafferty over there in the third pew.
What about her?
She sure is taking a long time with that collection plate.
Ralphie, you mean...
That's right, Butterball. Old lady McCafferty is stealing from the church.
Then this is a job for the Gumshoe Gang. Let's go.
Hold it right there, old lady McCafferty.
What should I do, Ralphie?
Hit her with that collection plate. That ought to stop her.
She's still moving, Ralphie.
Keep hitting her. Keep kicking her. Here, hold on to her. Let me throw some of this hot candle wax on her face.
That did it, Ralphie. I think her heart finally stopped.
Good job, Butterball. We went and saved the church's money.
Ralphie, Butterball, what in the world have you boys done?
Oh, don't worry, Father Ted. Old lady McCafferty, she was trying to steal the church's collection plate money.
That's right, but the Gumshoe Gang stopped her.
Boys, she wasn't stealing the collection plate. She was writing out a check. She was donating the money we needed to get a new church organ.
She was?
That's right, and I would have that new church organ, too, if it hadn't been for you meddling kids.
Well, Butterball, I guess we can mark the Great Church Caper solved.
You said it, Ralphie. Uh-oh. Look over there at the baptismal fountain. I think they're trying to drown that baby.
Looks like another job for
the Gumshoe Gang!
We now rejoin Ron and Fez's 1,000 Reasons to Hate Orlando.
Reason 533.
It's the only city in Florida without a beach.
Reason 534.
The tallest building is Space Mountain.
Reason 535.
Former Mouseketeer, current slut, Christina Aguilera.
Reason 536.
Their giant killer whale, Delta Burke.
Reason 537.
Former Mouseketeer, current fat ass, Britney Spears.
Reason 538.
The Orlando Magic and Grant Over the Hill.
Reason 539.
It's just minutes away from Gatorland.
Reason 540.
All the police cars smell like Bobby Brown's piss.
Reason 541.
Gay days at Disney. Every day is gay day at Disney.
Reason 542.
The Backstreet Boys. Thanks a fucking lot, Orlando.
Reason 543.
Their Bible-inspired theme park. Yeah, that's what God wanted, his own roller coaster.
Reason 544.
In sync. Die, Orlando, die!
Reason 545.
El Jefe and J-Dubs.
Reason 546.
Inbreds.
We'll be back with more of Ron and Fez's 1,000 Reasons to Hate Orlando.
It's the Ron and Fez show. Wow, am I still saying Ron and Fez? Well, I guess I should for a while. I'll give everybody a transitional time. Ron Bennington and Fez Watley, our friends are here. J-Dubs and El Jefe from Real Radio in Orlando. You heard that little, kind of a nice shout out to you guys.
Yeah, it was pleasant. There's many more reasons to hate Orlando other than us. Come on.
What do you hate most about it? What's the word? You guys like the Florida weather?
Well, the humidity at first was a real killer.
Yeah. You guys are really living, I mean, I lived all around Florida. I never lived in Orlando. You get a lot of tourists, like it's more tourists than regular people, right?
Yeah, thank God we're living on the other side of the town where, the Disney and Universal aren't, because that really cuts down on that.
You guys live over closer to the ocean.
Yeah.
The worst part about it's no mass transit. So you can't go, get shit-faced without having somebody be a DD'd.
Right.
Good thing about the cities, you can hop on get a cab or hop on the metro.
Right.
Something like that. Can't do it. Gotta be responsible.
Oh, Harry, I thought I saw you put your hand up. No joke? Were you thinking of mine? You don't have any drinking jokes you wanted to go to? Here's Jason. Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Body, what's happening?
Hey, right. I really like the hideout, by the way. Good to hear you guys.
Yeah, they're good guys.
Thank you.
I just want to say my favorite show that was canceled was Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn.
Yeah, that was a good show. I thought Colin was going to end up doing radio, but I guess it didn't work out. Didn't he give that a try at JFK?
Yeah, he was doing the night show there for a little bit, but
Puck was running the board for him, I guess.
Puck's working on all those shows they're plugging in at night right now.
And do they still keep calling him Puck no matter what happens? I know you gave him the nickname.
Yeah, I think they keep on calling him Puck. And I know Johnny Punani's another one working on all the night shows out there, too.
They always go out of their way to, like a lot of guys will change their names as they become a producer for another show. So as they move along, a lot of these producers are all the same guy, one after another.
I need to wash this hideout stink off me.
They still have Bill O'Reilly there in
I believe so,
DC.
Yeah.
He's in a little bit of a heat now. I guess, and I didn't hear the whole thing, but he's mad at San Francisco. Apparently San Francisco had put something up to the voters on whether or not they wanted military people to come into the schools and talk to the kids and try to recruit the kids. Did you guys have that at your school?
Yeah, they would come in and hang out in our lunchroom and talk to you then.
And you know what? I mean, at the time it felt normal, but when you really look back on it, if you don't want your kid to go in, it is an odd thing.
Yeah, they'd come up to you while you're like eating your chicken wings or whatever, and they would just be asking you like, how are you gonna live your life? What are you gonna do? Do you want to pay for college? Do you want to get that paid for? And my friend was trying to figure out what he wanted to do in life, and he asked if there was any roofing jobs in the Army.
Yeah, we need somebody to put roofs up. All we have is tents right now. And my school is like a little bit, it was kind of an ugly little school, so when the Air Force came in, everybody threw airplanes at him at the same time. He just comes in to give a speech. He gets hit with like 100 airplanes. He goes, fuck you all, join the Army, if they'd have you, and he leaves. But those are different days. Now, I guess O'Reilly felt like it was anti-American not to have the military come in and trying to cherry-pick your kids.
Yeah, I mean, he's still selling the war.
Right.
He's still towing the company line. And basically, what the referendum is saying, what they voted on was this. The recruitment is so low right now, it's just bordering on harassment at this point.
Yeah, it really is low. All right, well, let's take a quick listen. Is this a long piece or short?
It's about 30 seconds. It's like the tail end of his rant.
Take a little listen here to what O'Reilly had to say about the city of San Francisco.
Hey, if you want to ban military recruiting, fine, but I'm not going to give you another nickel of federal money. If I'm the President of the United States, I walk right in to Union Square. I set up my little presidential podium, and I say, listen, citizens of San Francisco, if you vote against military recruiting, you're not going to get another nickel in federal funds. Fine. You want to be your own country? Go right ahead. And if Al-Qaeda comes in here and blows you up, we're not going to do anything about it. We're going to say, look, every other place in America is off limits to you except San Francisco. You want to blow up the Coit Tower? Go ahead.
All right, that tower that he's talking about saying go ahead and blow up, that is for firemen, right? So I think that's a salute to firemen out there as a way of saying he's now giving out targets for Al-Qaeda. Imagine if like Al Franken or Michael Moore would say, here would be the perfect target for Al-Qaeda, Fox News. Everybody would be furious with them.
And not even the perfect target, just, hey, go ahead.
Go ahead, do it.
America does not care. Go ahead.
We're not going to protect you.
I think this is just another sign of the Republicans totally imploding. They are just.
I don't know if I would blame the Republicans on this guy, on Bill O'Reilly. You got to feel it. He's even a little hardcore even for them.
I like how the thing with O'Reilly and Robertson is this shit's going to happen to you, and we're not going to help you.
Yeah.
In fact, we welcome it happening to you. We almost want it to happen to you so we can watch when no help comes around.
It is absolutely bizarre. Here's Chris. Chris, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man.
I grew up in Kentucky. I just graduated like in '97. Talking about the military coming into the school and everything.
Right.
It was mandatory for us to take that ASVAB test. The little battery you take to test your aptitude.
Right.
But it's a military test, and we had to take it. And there was always recruiters in there bugging us while we were at lunch and stuff. And we didn't throw airplanes at it, but we gave them a lot of shit. But
now, you take that test. According to this, you'd be perfect for infantry. That's where your real skills come into. All right,
exactly.
866-766-RON-0 0339. That's 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here's Siskel. Siskel, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Siskel, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, I just got a comment about this whole recruiting thing. I was in the military for over 9 years, and when these recruiters come into school, they don't force you to join the military. They're not talking to kids and signing them up. When I signed up, I was over 18, and most people who do are. And colleges come in and they pawn their colleges and they, offer scholarships and shit like that. It's just another opportunity for children. Not everybody joins, but the ones that do, they make a decision. It's not.
But I think it was up, for the community itself had brought it up.
I don't know why it's any different than anybody else who have to come in on a career day, though.
Right.
And they're allowed to walk into the lunchroom whenever they want.
So you're saying they could do it at any time, and you're saying you don't see anything wrong with, them being part of career day.
Yeah, exactly.
But they shouldn't be hanging around like drug dealers. They shouldn't be taking up the parking spots for drug dealers.
And it's also like the Army, they can walk into the lunchroom. There's no one there while you're trying to eat going, hey, you want a career in textiles? Maybe roofing?
No, nothing like that ever happened in
that already got brought up, Harry.
They came, they came at scheduled times, and just like you said, career day. They didn't just show up and hang out and sit around bullshitting with us. They came in, did their business, and left.
All right, let's throw it around. Dubs, you think they belong in there? The military?
No,
not at all.
Unless the school wants them there, but I think the parents of that community have the, they should be able to pick if they want the military in their school or not.
All right, let me check with you, Jefe. Where are you going?
Nah, I mean, you're there to read and write and learn arithmetic and shit like that.
And meet chicks.
Yeah, get laid.
Yeah.
Play sports while you still can, before you got to go get a real job.
The Marine Corps is somewhat like a sport. I mean, it gives you that teammanship. I think you do real well there. You look like you're doing okay. You like to see the world, would you, Jefe?
Would you like to play baseball in Saudi Arabia? We do that. We have stickball.
Yeah, whatever you say, they go, hey, we do something. So simple. We have computers. Why not hang out there?
You can play music.
Yeah. Here in Cocksocks, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, just to go on to California, I don't even understand why they're so out there. I mean, it's a good thing for people to join the military. It's not for everybody. I'm in right now, and it's not for everybody, but damn, if you're going to be an ass burglar working at Burger King or sucking cock on the street corners or whatever they do in California.
All right, wait a minute. I want you to make that last statement just so I can understand. What branch of the military are you in? Cock?
Army.
All right,
I'm in the Army.
So if they what?
If they can work at a Burger King or whatever. I mean, anymore, it's like the military is not socially acceptable because you're not going to college right off the bat.
I think that what they're saying is some of the parents out there were a little afraid that their kids would take a position that could get them killed. So I think that's where the fear comes from. Are you for the same thing as O'Reilly and want to see Al-Qaeda bomb San Francisco?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. In fact, I'm probably one of the only Democrats in the military. They support Republicans regardless what the hell's going on because they know that they'll give us 2 raises a year. And I'm for, what's best in the country. My father's a carpenter. My mother is a math teacher. And they're blue-collar working people. And, usually when Republicans are in office, there's not a lot of jobs.
If your mom is a math teacher, have her put on a white collar. She deserves it. She's educated. She really doesn't need to go in there in a work shirt. Not when you're teaching math. Dress up a little bit. Look nice for yourself. Hey, Clay, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron, Fez. I'm 25. 7 years ago we had the military guys, the recruiters, meandering around the high school. Never really a problem. If you want to talk to them, you do. If you don't, you don't. And, hell, the government pays for our education. So if the government wants to have a recruiter or two in a high school, it's not a problem.
Wait a minute. The government. Wait a minute. You need to understand this. The government's not paying for the kids' education. We're paying for it. Yeah. So, but here the taxpayer. But hold on. The taxpayers got together and they said we don't want these people in our schools.
Okay. Well, if they have a problem with it, then they can pay $1,000 a month to send their kid to a private school.
All right. So right. So the thing to do is we want the military and God in the public schools.
God, I'm not going to touch that one. But the military, I don't see a problem with it, to be honest with you.
Thank you very much.
That's all I got to say. And I never went in the military, so.
All right. See you later.
No, I think, again, the problem isn't so much that they're there. Again, we're at this really critical stage now where recruitment is so low. And a lot of these recruiters, they got quotas to meet like everybody else. They're under a lot of pressure.
They're under a lot of pressure in that job, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and there's no option. Well, we're in a war. Nobody wants to go. Military doesn't want to hear that. You have to make that quota or else.
It's probably a better idea instead of wasting time recruiting. We just start drafting these kids.
Well,
boom, they're in.
Well, the problem with that is our president, who is never wrong, apparently, will.
Why do you guys be so anti?
No, I'm not.
President
no,
Bush?
again.
Why can't we talk one moment without being against President Bush?
No, but the guy's never changed a position in his life.
Yeah.
And whenever the question of the draft is brought up, he goes, "There will never be a mandatory draft,
right?
As long as I'm president." So, what options do we have? I mean, either he changes his position, which he has never done in his presidency, or we have what we have now.
Hey, Shane, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yes, I was calling about that recruiters in the school and everything. Back in late 80s, early 90s, late 80s there anyway, they would come into our high school there and they would just let it known that they were in this little, the room for the counselor's room there, and they just let us know that it was there. If you want to go talk to them, find out about it, then go ahead. If you don't, there was nobody pressuring you there or nothing.
I'm sorry, you had something I didn't go to.
No, I was just saying, I mean, the whole idea of, hey, we're paying for your schooling, so you have to give us access, it's just like any asswipe who says, hey, I bought you a drink, so now you have to sleep with me.
Who said that to you?
I did.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it was we got in early and we didn't expect it.
But yeah, I mean, the point is, if I'm gonna agree that the military should be able to show up at the school, but not every day. It's insane. I had no idea that they were going in there. I don't see a problem with, here on hey, November 30th, some people from the military are going to be in. They want to tell you about all the fun you can have in the Marine Corps. But to be every day, you're going down to lunch and seeing those guys. That's a little too much.
I remember they'd cut our gym class. We'd have to sit there and listen to a pitch.
Is this in Armenia?
No, right here in good old America.
I see. All right, well, here Jason knows a little bit about this. He is a recruiter. Jason, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine. I'm a recruiter for the Army National Guard in Michigan. Love the show, by the way.
Thank you.
I got a standpoint. I live in a pretty well-to-do community, and they don't let us in the schools. We're not allowed in the campus, in the parking lot, or in the front door. And by doing that, you're limiting the students with actual opportunities to even explore the option.
So they already do this at different places.
Excuse me?
San Francisco is not the first place to come up with this.
Oh, no, they do it all over the Detroit metropolitan area.
And now I wonder if Bill O'Reilly wants Al-Qaeda to attack Detroit now.
It's a large Arab population here, too, as well.
Oh.
And so the problem that we have is, we get these kids now, 23, 24 years old, coming into our office with student loans, debt, maybe even some legal problems, because with life and age comes other problems that come down. And the problem that we're having is, we get these older kids with a lot more problems where maybe if they were exposed to us at an earlier age, like 17 or 18, and we could have got to them, maybe they wouldn't be in the position they're in now.
Why even wait that long?
Yeah.
Why not get them at 9, 10?
Oh, elementary schools, the whole nine.
Yeah. Now, if it was up to you, what age would you like to start recruiting kids?
I've been recruiting for 8 years. I'm pretty successful.
Uh-huh.
I start recruiting at about the sophomore age. I start talking to kids when I'm allowed in the lunchroom, which is out in this area. I just transferred. I'm not. We start about, the 10th grade, talking, just building rapport because, obviously our line of work, we need a rapport with the schools and the community. But when the schools aren't even letting us in the front door, it's very, very hard for us to do our job.
Is there any way for you to lure kids in with, free hot dogs or
we just had a video game tournament a couple weeks
video
ago.
Games?
That worked out pretty well.
So they think they're going to a video game tournament, and now you guys, hey, you know what's like video games is driving a tank.
Yep, exactly.
So that's the kind of stuff that you would say to them?
Yep, exactly. But another thing, too, that these kids, I know they get phone calls because we have to telemarket. They make us do that. Maybe if the schools would let us in, because I agree with you, Fez, once a month, let us come in, let us do our thing.
Right.
And you know what? Your kids aren't going to get 10 phone calls a week from a recruiter.
So
we have that
you're saying if you just had the one shot, you could seal the deal with these kids. You could close it.
I'm confident that if I saw these kids once a month over the course of a year, I would build enough rapport and a student base with the students and the faculty that I would be able to actually, meet my mission. Right now, we're not meeting our mission.
Right.
And, a big part of our market share are these high school students, and we're just not getting them.
So you need to push the market share a little more, and if you could just get to the kids earlier.
And a lot of it is the teachers, too, because a lot of the teachers, when I do get into a school, the teacher will be like, well, don't talk to him, don't talk to him. And I think a lot of times these faculty, I make more than most teachers out here. I make over $50,000 a year.
Now, how are you making so much money in the military?
Well, we get special assignment pay to do what we have to do.
So you're getting bonuses on the number of kids that you get?
Nope. We get an extra $450 in our paycheck each month. And that's it's incidentals because we spend a lot of money out of our own pocket, our cell phone expenses and marketing.
But I know a lot of people in the military always tell me that it's not fair, you're not paid enough, and you're picking up $50K.
Yeah,
you're making more money recruiting kids in Michigan, right, than you would be if you were in the front lines in Iraq.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for a young kid, like a 19-year-old kid, probably make about $35,000. I've been.
I didn't know they were making that much.
Yeah, they're making some decent money. And that's where I think the stigma of the military people don't make money, and the military people are idiots. I have an undergraduate degree. I'm intelligent. I can articulate, but yet these people that work at the schools just think we're morons.
Right.
And,
well, they're hippies. They're all going to worry about the kids getting killed.
They're going to worry about the kids getting killed. And,
right.
And that's it. If the statistic for the Michigan Army National Guard, I think we may have lost 3 or 4 soldiers, but we probably had over 4,000 deployed.
Yeah.
And out of those 3 or 4, how many of those are accidents?
Right. These are livable numbers.
Yep. You're safer in the streets of Detroit. You're just as likely to get killed than in the streets of Baghdad.
That's right.
And that's statistical data. More people are killed every year from car accidents than, Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Right.
And
so it's pretty safe over there no matter what the newspapers are telling us.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's a risk. It's a factor. And, when you tell these kids that you're dealing with this, there's a risk you could get deployed. I mean, I work for the National Guard. So
Slight risk.
You're rescuing hurricane victims or, you could be sitting in Iraq, one or the other.
Jefe, now this has got to turn you around. I mean, you're hearing that he needs to increase market share. He needs to get into the schools to do it.
And it's his mission.
It's his mission.
Yep.
And you make good money getting kids over there.
I can't get a sales job right now in the area that I work making the money that I have. I'm not paid commission, just, military pay plus an assignment pay. I get a car to do my job. I'm resourced by my organization well. It's the community, and no matter how hard we try, I mean, I've even gone into schools in polo shirts and a khaki, not wearing a uniform.
Now, can you sign a kid while he's still in school?
Yep, I can actually enlist a high school junior.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I can send a kid just to basic training the summer before their junior and senior year. Then they come back as a trained killer.
Now, what age is that they're allowed to sign a paper?
17, but they have to have parents' consent.
I see.
And so, I mean, it's 6.5, 10,000 of the other. I can see the parent side of it too, but they got to look at it too in the sense that that one kid that doesn't get to see us could be that one kid that graduates high school, goes and commits a felony, and comes and sees us at 22 and can't get in.
Right.
No.
I mean, you can look at it both ways. But I got to go, gentlemen. It was nice talking with you.
Nice talking with you.
Love the show.
All right, thanks. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Well, the question I was going to ask him is, do they recruit along, I guess, economic lines? Do they target certain areas or?
Yes, young blacks. And I'll tell you why. Earl, you're very good at it.
Hey.
And the media doesn't kick up as much dust as one of you goes down.
Yeah, you want the best, you get the best.
That's right. We recruit the same way we do for the NBA. Get me the fast kid. Make that happen. I didn't know you could make $50K going around rounding the kids up. I like it. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Ron and Fez, how you doing?
What's happening, man?
When I was in the Navy, they used to recruit. They used to say they are the selective service, so they could select who they wanted to have. Now they have to pretty much take anybody. The point that I was going to make, Ron, was I'm right behind you. I think we ought to just go into the draft. Let mom and dad sit there and worry now about little Johnny being drafted when they decided that they didn't want the Army recruiter to come in and get a voluntary armed force.
You know what I say? I say pull them right off their mom's tit. At an early age, just shank them off. I mean, Sparta used to do this years ago, where you come by and take the male children. What else do we want to do? We want to win these wars on terror.
Well, the other part is, but again, they won't even address the problem that we have a manpower problem right now.
Right, we do.
We do, and the easiest answer, of course, would be to implement the draft. But again, Bush has already gone on record saying we will not bring back the draft, and he takes this attitude.
I would like to see some of these younger kids as our suicide bombers. So if we get hit with a suicide bomb, we connect some bombs to our kids, the younger ones, and have them run into someplace and blow up.
Well, I think the other part of the bringing back the draft, I think it would really, really rally the anti-war forces, because now people are forgetting. The people who want this war, they're in the minority now. Most
what if
people
we
are
say
against
this?
War.
If you let us legalize draft, we'll legalize marijuana the same day. And everybody's a winner. The military's a winner. The hippies are a winner. And if you want to, we bring back Philly Soul. And everybody is going to end up liking that. Here's Art. Art, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy?
What's happening, Bubba?
Yeah.
Hey, best wishes out to old Fez there.
Thank you very much.
So when I went to school, I was I call it more or less suckered, because they painted you a pretty picture, when you're in school. And the way I look at it is when they come in there, they're getting a young mind. Now, I mean, not really that I didn't enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I spent almost 4 years in the Navy, but also falls into play when the blacks were minorities. They were getting everything on my shift that I was on. Every time I went to go for something better or bigger to go up in rate, they bring a minority and say, well, we filled that billet, so I got stuck where I was, and I couldn't move, and they never promised. I never got what they promised me.
Yeah, they do have a tendency. There's always that rumor that they'll tell you whatever you want to sign up, and then
Exactly, but and then also
you don't get those schools or whatever.
that recruiter. I mean, I'm sure they probably get point. I mean, blacks get they you know, like anything else, they have to hire a certain amount, and they get extra points for going in. I'm sure the government, or you know, it's all a big pain in the ass is all it is. But you know.
All right,
anyway.
we're gonna take a break here, buddy. We'll come back and pick it up. The Hideout Boys from Florida hanging out with us. Fez Whatley's going to be off for a while. If you're just tuning in now, we talked about it earlier. He did have a heart attack last Thursday, but 100% chance of recovery. Everything's going to be fine. We can't wait to get him back. We just want him to rest now. We'll be back in a few moments. It's Ron and Fez.
Tonight on the Discovery Channel, it's a paranormal trip through time on the Discovery special, Ronaldo, the man who can see into the past.
I see women allowed to vote in the United States. Actual voting.
Ronaldo, the man who can see into the past. Watch as he uses his incredible gift to reveal history.
I see a canal in Panama connecting the Atlantic with the Pacific. How is this possible?
Where does Ronaldo's power come from? History books? Or is it something more? Something that can't be explained?
Beware the geeks in trench coats at Columbine.
Utterly useless or utterly fascinating? You be the judge on Ronaldo, the man who can see into the past.
Franz Ferdinand will be assassinated in 1914, but will find commercial success with the song Take Me Out in 2004.
The past has never been seen so clearly. See Ronaldo put to the test.
This seems impossible, but I see Gopher from Love Boat in Congress. It can't be, and yet it is.
Ronaldo, the man who can see into the past. Tonight, you will believe a man can see history.
Down goes Frasier! Down goes Frasier! I grow too weak. The portal to the past is closed.
The Discovery Channel. Entertain your brain.
Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley, The Ron and Fez Show.
XM 202.
It's the Ron and Fez Show. Boys from the Hideout are here with us today. Having a good time. You guys are here again tomorrow?
Actually, we're leaving tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah,
It was good to see you. What do we get? What's happening with your careers now? Staying in Orlando?
Yeah.
I keep hearing rumors. They're talking about moving you to mornings, moving the monsters to middays. What's happening?
We're very happy at night. Ecstatic.
It's the best place to be because no one cares.
Right.
No one sees you there. When you come to work, all the bosses are already gone, which is really XM radio when you really think about it. It's the same as being here. All right, Ron and Fez Show. We talked about this before. Little Fezzy will be back after a little sabbatical. Hey, Elmo, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Fez.
Hey, is this Foulmouth Elmo?
Yeah, it's been a long time, man.
Oh, Foulmouth Elmo used to call us when we were on WNEW.
Yeah, I want to work on my bit, but from what I heard, doesn't seem to work anymore.
What's that?
I said I wanted to, continue my bit, but from what I heard already on the radio, doesn't seem to work anymore. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You used to try to curse and act like you were bleeping it out, but now you can say fuck.
Yeah, it kind of kills my act.
Well, let's see. Let's try it.
What the clean way or the dirty way?
Either way you want to do it.
What the fuck is going on, guys?
Yeah, it just doesn't really work.
Yeah.
It's just nothing.
How about this? What the fuck is going on, guys?
Still, it just all seems stupid.
Doesn't have its heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't doesn't work anymore.
Why don't you just use your real voice?
Hello?
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
Oh.
No.
Well, I tried.
Oh, well, we'll keep working on it.
We'll work on it.
Oh, jeez, not that one, though.
Okay.
Go back to Elmo.
Ah,
much better. Yeah. Liking it now.
Yeah,
All right.
does Fez really have a heart attack?
Yeah, he really did. I can't talk to a Muppet about it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That did used to seem like a daring little character. Now it's just stupid. Hot Liz, you're on the air. How you doing, honey?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, darling.
Give Fezzy my love, please.
I will.
I think I told you last time I talked to you, I teach 8th grade now.
Right.
And
Lucky
these
boys.
I thought this was still Elmo.
Yeah. By the way, Liz, tell those 8th grade boys we have so many pictures for them if they would ever like to see them.
Stop. That's going to haunt me for the rest of my life. It's not bad pictures, though.
Yeah, no,
but,
they look great.
What was I going to say? Oh, so they're already coming in and trying to talk to these 13 and 14-year-old boys, and they pretty much just kind of give them the idea that they're just going to get to blow shit up.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, and they're these poor kids. Like, I teach in a total white trash district. Like, it's almost pathetic.
So what do you say anything to the kids about it?
Well, I kind of keep my mouth shut because I'm way over to the left with the bleeding heart liberals, so I wouldn't want them in there to begin with at all. But, I got to keep my mouth shut. But they just make it seem like it's a big video game to these kids, and
Yeah, it's all going to be a good time.
it's sad because these kids aren't so bright.
No,
as it
here's
is.
what I didn't understand. The recruiter says he's making $50K. Then he tries to tell us that the foot soldiers, the grunts, are making like $35,000. I'd never heard those kind of figures before.
Like 6 or 7 years ago when I was getting talked to by the recruiters, I think it was like at 21 or something like that.
Right.
And there's no way that it's jumped that much unless there's like hazard pay and everything that makes it 35.
I didn't believe him. I think he's getting commission on bringing kids in still.
It did seem like, and when he said market share, it's just like he was any other annoying marketing guy, except for now he's, you're talking about kids.
I love how they act like nobody will ever hear about the Marines or the Army or anything. I mean, it's essentially you got them on all the corners. You got it at every bus stop. It's all over the NFL. It's not like you're not. If you want to be in the military, you're going to know where to go. Army of one.
But Hot Liz does have a good point. One of the main places they'll go is places like rodeos and stuff, where a lot of, what you can. I don't want to say like white trash, but it's more of a countrified thing.
So you like to kill frogs, huh? How would you like to kill an Iraqi?
They go after like the urban black kids and then the countrified white kids.
Well, when I was working for the Detroit Lions and we did this like promotional thing.
That's right, you're a middle linebacker.
Yeah, me and Spillman. And what would happen is they would have like, how tough are you? How much of a badass are you?
Right.
We'll give you this if you can do so many chin-ups and push-ups and stuff like that. Like really playing to the machismo thing.
All right. Well, nice talking to you, Liz.
Oh, it's my birthday tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday to you.
It is. And I left Mark's number with someone because he wanted to talk to you guys.
Oh, love to talk to him.
Okay.
All right. Happy birthday, honey.
I love you guys.
Bye-bye. Here is Darren. Darren, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you? Darren, you're on the air, buddy.
Hey, sorry about that.
No worries.
I just wanted to call Bravo Sierra on something that recruiter said before, where he said that you're just as likely to die driving a car in Detroit as you are to be in the service and be over fighting in Iraq.
Now it seems like we shouldn't support the troops because it's not that big a deal. That if a kid in Detroit driving a pickup truck is just as likely to die, I want to start getting a ribbon for the kids driving around Detroit. That's what I should worry about.
Yeah, exactly. He said something about 30 seconds after that showed he was lying. He said they've had 4,000 kids over in Iraq, and 4 of them have died.
Yeah.
So roughly 1 in 1,000 people in the service in Iraq is dying, and I think it's slightly less than 1 in 1,000 people with cars in Detroit are dying every year.
Yeah, good point. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, if you leave the house, you don't really have a 1 in 1,000 chance of dying, or else you'd really be hugging your mom on the way out. He did seem like a nice guy, and I like when people tell us what they do for a living, and be honest, because so much of the time everybody's bullshitting. So I didn't want to challenge him. I just wanted to hear his part of the story.
No, I was just curious not so much how they recruit, but where do they recruit? Do they do a great cross section of people? Because there's
You're
always
not going to recruit rich kids, Earl.
No,
it's not going to happen.
No, I just wanted to hear that from an actual recruit. I mean,
but it's never happened. Rich kids will never go to wars unless you're some fucking renegade crazy rich kid. That's the only one that's going to go. Why would they? They have a pool. Why would they want to go get shot when you have a fucking pool? Here's Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, how you doing today?
Good, buddy.
Hey, my brother's over in Iraq right now. He's a PFC Special C4, and my mom gets his checks every 2 weeks. He's only bringing home $1,500 every 2 weeks, and that's with hazardous pay.
Yeah. So what would that come out to be?
Well, $750 a week times 52.
Yeah.
You know,
All right, so maybe he's
it
right.
can't be any more than $30,000 a year. You know.
Yeah.
About
I mean,
36.
he said 35, so he was right about that. I didn't think they were making that much because I've always heard a lot less. But, if you come up with that, it's about where he is right now. Here's, let me go to John. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy? Johnny, you're on the air.
Hey, Ron. Hey, I just got a quick comment on some of the things that are being said there. I joined the Marine Corps in '96, and I'm not exactly rich, but I'm certainly not from a poor family, and I had all the opportunities to go to college, and I loved serving my country, and that's why I went. I didn't go to go blow shit up or any of this other stuff that I've been hearing people talking about, especially the teacher, but a lot of it has to do with just appealing to somebody's sense of service and sense of their country. I just wanted to get in, do my 4, and get out. And it turned out I went to college on GI Bill, and now I'm back in the service again as an officer, and I just love the service, and I just wanted to make a comment, say we're not all stupid dumbasses out there just want to go blow shit up.
No, but let's go back and talk about how this started. First, we started from Bill O'Reilly saying because the people in, I guess, the San Francisco area did want recruiters in the high schools,
right,
that the military should no longer protect them, and that the country should say to Al-Qaeda, here's what you can blow up, the tower in San Francisco. And the point was, how often do you need the recruiters in the school? And you know that some of the recruiters, and not all of them, are going to target dumb kids and maybe make some promises. You could say the same thing of NBA recruiters.
Out there too, so,
What's that?
There's some dumb recruiters out there. There's no doubt about it. But I would say that they're the minority. That would be my opinion on it. The recruiter that came to me, I knew he was blowing a smoke signal, talking about what job I'd have and all that stuff.
Right.
I knew it's a meritocracy. You get what you earn and what you work for.
When I was younger, they had something called the buddy system, where like, hey, El Jefe and Dubs, you guys will be going through together, and everybody used to try it. And none of my friends ever hooked up with each other. Occasionally they would be marching by, see their friend in another platoon, but they made it seem like, yeah, you guys will be able to bunk together and see the world together, almost like you were traveling through Europe. And
exactly.
Did they still have that?
Yeah, when I was talking, they still had that where, hey, if you and your friend here go, you guys can go through basic together, and then we'll get you guys together out in Germany. You'll have a fun time out in Germany.
And then, the day you join, there's just someone screaming in your face, what are you looking at?
They also work the legacy angle also.
Yeah.
Like when my brother joined, the very next year. So, we see your brother join. How would you like to join him out in Germany? And just gave me this whole speech about how we can go through the tour together and this and that. And my brother, I had 2 brothers-in-law also in the military. It's like, it's a family thing. We're all one big family. We could join. You can join
Earl,
us all
you
together.
should have joined, and you could have been like Bruno Kirby in Good Morning Vietnam. You're just there producing the show for Robin Williams.
How about some Percy Faith?
Actually, I wouldn't mind hearing some Percy Faith right now. Here's Ed. Ed, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, how are you, buddy?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air.
Oh, how you doing? Hey, I just wanted to call shenanigans on that recruiter. An enlisted person who just got in is making $1,022.70 a month. That's $12,000 a year.
All right, now you're in now?
No, I'm not in now. I'm looking right on the Department of Defense website for the military pay table.
All right, now how the hell can anyone survive on $12,000 a year?
I have no idea. They give them a basic housing allowance too.
Yeah, what they tell you is that you aren't going to be spending any of that money. That money, we're going to be feeding you. You're going to be, you don't have to pay for rent or anything. That money is just, for you. And
it's like being a radio producer.
I know. I mean, when I was 18, I spent more money than that on angel dust. I would never be able to keep up with my lifestyle. So, yeah, it's not really always. But always when we're saying, hey, support the military, then we pay them like shit. I never understand that gimmick. Or don't care that they don't have all the stuff that they need. Or send them to places that they're not really saving Americans, but, hey, we're doing some good stuff for Iraq. Now, what I'm hearing is Bruce Willis is putting up some cash now for us to capture some of these people, right? Who's he after?
Put a $1 million bounty. He
$1 million.
Added another $1 million to the bounty on Osama bin Laden.
Can he do that? Can you just put $1 million out to put a bounty on anybody?
Yeah, I think that you could put out money to go after Bruce Willis if you want to. Just celebrities that you don't like. But Bruce is saying that we're not hearing a lot of the good news on the media. Then on Tony Danza and the Extravaganza this morning, Gary Sinise said the same thing. So it's the new celebrity talking point that somehow the media once again has let us down, and we're not getting the happy story out of Iraq. I want more happy Iraqi stories.
Well, I actually had an epiphany on this. When you watch the local news, very rarely do you see anything that's positive. Especially like we're in Central Florida.
Right.
Everything. It's rapes, it's fires, it's car chases.
And is this bad for you? Is there something in the home that can kill you?
Exactly. So rarely in the news do you ever get positive stuff. And so I even thought, well, maybe I'm not for the war at all, but I'm thinking, well, maybe we're not getting positive stories out of there because, Americans, we kind of like to see the blood and gore.
And is this bounty all Planet Hollywood gift certificates? Is that
no, it's going to be an actual Iraqi money. No one's going to ever get me to say that the local news in particular. I don't know if they can legally even call themselves news anymore. Somebody should sue them for false advertising when they say it's the news.
I mean, you look at Fox News now, some guy's playing a guitar.
I think that's Glenn Campbell, but I'm not sure.
Crank it up a little bit. Let's see if we... Yeah, that's Glenn Campbell, the convicted drunk driver.
And they got Fox News in the corner.
People cheering on the news.
So when you're not playing beautiful music and when you're not getting inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, what are you doing? I hear you like to golf. Yes, I like to golf.
They're going crazy. I hear you like to golf. That's hitting them with a hard-headed question.
Glenn, hold this just a second here. There's somebody up in the audience quivering.
Look at the
Hold
crowd.
on a second.
Yeah.
Now,
by the way,
what
boys,
is it
this is
about
right down
Glenn?
the street if you want to run down and see it.
We walk by and spit in front.
Since I was like 8 years old. So.
Yeah. You're getting all scrunchy.
Like Mike,
You're getting all scrunchy.
I don't know. Just brings back good memories from listening to country when I was a kid.
Yeah. I'm not going to cry or anything, are you?
I will occasionally
Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa. There you
listen
go.
to country music now, the new modern country. And I do it for the same reason that a young girl will slice herself. Just that painful thing that when I feel the pain, I know I'm alive.
Yeah, just to see if you can still feel anymore.
It's the music version of being a cutter. That's how I feel about country. Now, I was reading this in the Washington Post today, that a lot of the young kids are listening to weird classic rock. Did you see this? Where they're liking Jethro Tull and people like that, people that were considered unhip for a long time. I sent it on to Blowhard, and he's like, it's because there's no good music today. He always goes back to that.
Yeah, so everybody's into Molly Hatch now because there's no good music anymore.
It's because they're selling those T-shirts at JCPenney and Target now.
I think it is that it's become so ironic to wear an REO Speedwagon shirt, and somehow that's a joke, that now the kids are taking it one step further and listening to that fucking music.
For Dubs' birthday, I got him a Def Leppard T-shirt.
Nice.
He wears it all the time.
Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful T-shirt.
Well, animal, when you're near, that's all I'm saying.
And I think it's also this kind of quasi-nostalgia thing also. Remember swing music was hip a couple of years ago?
Not with me, it wasn't.
No, they brought
as
back...
much as I like swingers, I will turn down the fucking sound.
Yeah, I mean, that movie kind of brought back a lot of those swing bands, Brian Setzer.
So people are nostalgic right now for Emerson, Lake and Palmer?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just kind of these waves that come and go.
Waves like nausea that just roll over top of you. Best of everybody's sending their good vibe to Fezzy. You can write to us at Ron and Fez at AOL.com, Ron and Fez at AOL.com. We'll make sure that he gets to read all the kind of things. If you're just tuning in kind of late in the show today, again, nothing to worry about. He's going to make a full recovery. But Fez did have a heart attack last week. That's why we missed Friday's show and why he's not going to be with us this week or probably next. We put him in a convalescent home, and he's like one of those guys that just has a blanket across his lap as he looks out at the lake. That's how he's spending his time. J-Dubs and El Jefe, thanks so much for being in.
Thank you for having us.
Best of luck with everything. You guys back in Florida.
The Ron and Fez Show.
XM202.